And we're live on the Canada Day broadcast of Geekin Out Eh?
Oh
How's she
yeah,
going, eh?
yeah, eh? We had a lot of fun out there, eh? Drive safe, eh?
Yeah,
I don't know what that's all
yeah.
about.
All you hosers, don't go drinking and driving.
Even though you're not gonna hear this till a
So
week later,
before
but
we start on,
go ahead.
so
Oh,
before we start this broadcast, we would like you to like, comment, share, and subscribe to the Geeking Out a podcast on YouTube. We are trying to get as many subscribers, and then we can start going live on our YouTube.
yes, sir. We also
So, how
have.
was your Canada Day?
It was pretty good, but I do want to say
Sorry.
that we do have an Instagram, we do have a TikTok, and we have Facebook. So any one of them you want to like and subscribe, you want to like and subscribe on all of them, we'd appreciate that very much. My Kennedy was pretty good.
Yes.
I got a flat tire. Um,
Yikes.
Yeah, it kind of sucks, but yeah, it wasn't too bad. I relaxed today. It was nice, relaxing day. I know you did
That's good.
stuff.
Yes, I did do stuff. Um,
Yeah,
as being part of the Windsor Ghostbusters, we were in the Canada Day parade, and we all sweated our asses off, and it was a hot one for sure. I'm almost positive I got sunburned. My nephew, who came out with us, who was took the picture. He got a little under the weather, so he had to sit in the car. He wasn't able to walk it, but I did have other tasks for him. I had the picture up there. There we
yeah.
go.
The picture's up there. That was my fault, guys. That was my fault. I was trying to put the picture
So
up and
yeah,
it
we
wasn't
kind
working.
of started out. We started out on the just before Giles Avenue on Olet Avenue there, and it was pretty fun. I had the Ecto 519 all set up there. There's the Mounties. I made sure to get a picture of the Mounties,
You gotta have them.
of course. And there is Sarah Parks. Sarah Parks horsemanship. She actually has a big ranch out on 18 in the county there. They always have a fun activities to do there. You can always sign up for horseback riding, and in the winter they have like a little winter festival, kind of what they have at Bright Lights in Jackson Park. I have a few friends that do go there and as costume people, some as mascots, as well as uh, cosplay people. Radola from Chatham, and then Danielle from D&D Mascots. They both work with Sarah. I always liked that one. That was a cute little camper idea.
That it is,
This is part of the parade that was going by.
and I'm trying to get the video up, but this way is not letting me. So we're gonna try one more
Okay,
way.
I'll add the video later.
Yeah, I'll try one more thing to see if I can get it to go, but if not, then we won't worry about it.
Yeah. But it was a pretty fun experience. We had Talia driving the Ecto 519, and I walked it
You
with
trusted her?
Mel, Rob, and Mel and Rob. Oh, there we go. A little sideways.
I need to go.
There you go. That's the Yep, there is the Ecto 519.
Excuse me, ma'am. Sorry.
With all the
What?
fancy decals that are
No, mine's
magnetic,
already
so I
on.
can take them off
I have to
and just
manually
go as a
add your phone.
normal RAV4.
Yeah, it'd be
So,
nice. I mean, sorry, it is nice. Wrong one. I know what I'm doing.
yeah, after the Windsor Fan Con, the roof rack comes off and all the magnets come off, and I'm incognito. The RAV4 is no longer cosplaying as a Ecto Mobile. I mean, if you look at it, there are some permanent decals with reference to Ghostbusters as well as the other geeky things I'm into, especially on the back windshield. That's there's always something geeky on that car because I wouldn't be Geekpool without being geeky.
That is true.
You mentioned you got a flat tire today.
Yeah, I went to the bowling alley and I noticed that I had a flat tire when I on my way. Like on my way there, I felt it. It's like when I was in my couple of my turns, it was right at the end. I was just getting off the expressway to go there, and when I was in that little turn, I felt that it was sliding all over the place. It's like, oh, well, I'm gonna make it to there at least to get off the busy part. So I don't want to break. I don't want to pull over when it's the 2 lane. So I drove all the way there. I did my stuff. I called a tow truck right away, but it was like an hour and a half wait at that point. So yeah, it wasn't too bad. But yeah, I did get it, and one of the people at the bowling alley actually had a plug for me, so all I had to do is find the hole. Which luckily, where I parked, the hole was right on the front. So yeah, that was good. It saved me a lot of money.
So you filled the hole.
Yes,
Yeah, on the bike.
I've done that way too many times.
What were you doing at the bowling alley? Were you bowling or were you there for an event?
No, I just went to have a drink. I just went to have a beer.
Uh,
I was just driving, and I was like, I'm gonna stop to have a beer. Well, I met with a friend just to talk to you real quick, but
right.
it was more for the beer.
Uh, yeah, I can't bowl anymore. I'm not allowed to pick anything up more than 5 pounds. So I need help every time I go to the washroom too. Anyway, so segueing on to our geek news.
Geek. Oh no! Shameless
No,
plug first.
oh, we got a shameless plug. I'm sorry.
Shameless.
Todd
I still
always
got.
has to plug his smut film about bikers and babes and
Yeah. So
his
I still got a couple weeks to
five
do this.
minutes of
So
fame.
yeah, that's all I want. It's 5 minutes. Yeah. So it's
Yep.
on the 18th. It starts at 6 p.m. It's in Chatham at the Capitol Theater. Capitol Theater? Yeah. I think it doesn't say the Capitol Theater, but that's where it is. And then they're going to go to the Sons of Kent Brewery after. Um, you can buy the tickets online, and if you want to, you can buy the ticket and not come, or you can buy the ticket and come. It's completely up to you. It's on a Saturday. I'll be there. I do have to book the day off work, but I will be there. And I think almost all the cast is going to be there. I think we're going to have just about everybody. So that should be fun.
I gotta check on see how long the summoning is. If it ends pretty early, I'll definitely head out.
I think it ends at like 5 or 6.
Yeah, so I'm gonna check, see how long that ends. I might try to get out of there early and so I can head up to Chatham, and I do want to go watch that because I haven't been able to watch it on the Bell network that they have. So,
Yep.
all right. Now, let's talk about some geek news.
Oh wait, where are we going to the new? Oh, where are we doing our
What?
reviews first? Our reviews.
Yeah, that's what I mean. Sorry, Geek Reviews.
That was my fault too.
Yeah, let's blame you. So, Dutton Ranch.
Dutton Ranch. Did you watch the last episode?
So apparently, I watched last Friday's. Yes. Apparently, Beulah did survive her stroke slash heart attack slash whatever they're calling it.
Yeah. They called it a stroke.
And she doubled down. They doubled down on her wanting to give the ranch to her son,
Yeah, they gave it
not
to the other
her
son.
adoptive son.
Yeah.
And
She
she
was
is
forced
saying
to,
the
you
other
mean.
son wants. Well, the other son's supposed to be helping, but from what it looks like, he's trying to get the law involved, and I think the law doesn't really give a crap. It looks like that
You're not in Texas anymore.
Carter, the ward there, wants to just go do his own thing because he feels like
He was betrayed.
well, I don't know if I would say betrayed, but I don't think they're like really treating him like a son either. I think they're more treating him like, okay, you can live here, but you got to find a job and go to school. And he doesn't. Apparently, he dropped out of school, and he just wants to be a rancher. But Beth's right. Like you kind of got to go to school to like learn how to do the basics. So there's that.
Yeah. Yeah, I
What
feel for that. I do. If I were to have someone move in with me, I'd be the exact same way. You either work or you're going to school. That's just the way I
right?
wanted it. He made his decision. I think next season they're gonna like it's gonna be a little. They're gonna have him being used to doing it. But the last scene they showed wasn't too good when he walked away from him. But I think he'll go back,
Well,
try it,
there
and he'll
is
be.
one more episode.
Wasn't that 8?
Yeah, but there's 9 episodes.
Oh, I thought there was only 8.
Yeah, there's one more episode this Friday, and we will definitely be reviewing it on our next
So next Tuesday.
podcast, and we'll review the entire season and talk about it and everything else.
So you'll have about 4 days before we spoil it.
Oh yeah. So next, House of the Dragon, season 3, episode 2.
Episode 2. Did I watch
That
one?
was this song, this battle slash war, and this season. It's been coming out like tooth and nail, like a banger. Like there's wars going on and battles going on, and Rhaenyra is like the scene kind of opens up with that one battle on the water still going on. You see like someone floating from the water going by, and then Rhaenyra finally, I believe the Jace's betrothed wife. I don't know if they're married yet. I think she's just betrothed to him.
Yeah, I think so.
But she brought the body of Jace to Rhaenyra. Rhaenyra had a little, I don't know, I would say episode. She was pretty pissed off.
Yeah. Well, yeah, of course.
Pissed off at the guy who locked her in her room, and pissed off because Jace went and did something stupid, like got killed. And went after, went out and tried to help Sea Snake and got his dragon killed and everything else. Yeah, that was episode 1 came out like fire, and episode 2 just followed suit. Damon came back to Dragonstone, pretty much, I don't know, slapped the shit out of the other two dragon riders because they didn't really do much. All they did was sit on a rock.
That was the first episode had really good dragons.
Oh yeah.
I really liked it. I did watch it. I didn't get to the second episode. I watched about half of it, then I had to leave today. But so I didn't get a chance to watch the whole thing yet. But the first episode, I loved that one dragon scene where he was going into the water and then they saved him.
All right. Yeah.
That was quite the scene. Like, it was nice to see that he couldn't keep it up. It made it look like he was going to power over it or overpower it, and then they decided, yeah, you're going down, and then someone saved him on the way down. But yeah, that was really cool. I don't know. That's just one of the scenes that I just wanted to bring up because I thought it was really well done.
Yeah, you shoot an arrow and pierce someone's chest, and then attach an anchor to it. You're going down one way or another.
Yeah.
And did Jace ever go down? Lord Corlas is still alive.
Yes, he is.
I mean, wow. This guy has more plot armor than Super Mario in a Super Mario movie. Like, I cannot. This is the second time he's like gone down in battle and then came up. I mean, the guy was wearing a suit of armor, a real suit of armor, and he went in the water. You'd be drowning, sir.
Yeah, he wouldn't have enough time to take it off. There's no way.
So
not with how he did stuff back then. Now you could probably get away with it. Now you could probably rip off the armor, no problem. But back then, there's no way with those straps that they had.
Yep.
Because most of the time you had to be helped into your armor.
A lot of the episode was the three looking for Lord Corlas, his two bastard sons, and then also his granddaughter from Damon and his daughter. And then he eventually serviced on some island in the Sep Zones, and from what it looked like, his granddaughter was talking to his son, and that kind of looked like something was going to, I don't know, they looked like they were having a moment, let's say. What was it? Not Rhaenyra. The other granddaughter, I can't remember her name.
I don't remember it either.
She went back to the Vale with Sheep Stealer. Oh. Sorry about that. Time to end work. But yeah, she went back to the Vale to seek asylum in the at the Red. I want to say it's the Bloody Gate, and they pretty much didn't really want her, and, well, she kind of talked them into it. Well, you want a dragon, you get me with it. Sheep Stealer is has that, like low bite, the underbite. It was like a really weird dragon. Yeah, Damon came home and talked to the other dragon riders, pretty much slapped the shit out of them and said, hey, you didn't really do anything to help. I don't know what the hell is going on, but you need to, like, start helping. And then the siege of the Red Keep. That was pretty epic. I mean, when you watch the rest of the episode, you'll see what I mean. A lot of soldiers stood down until they got to the throne room, and then I guess a lot of bloodshed happened afterwards. Let's put it that way. The biggest shock was Otto Hightower was being kept prisoner, but I don't know by who. He was being kept prisoner in the prison in the Red Keep, which was really odd. I thought he was being kept prisoner somewhere else, and I don't know who exactly put him in there, but I have an idea. And then Allison and Helena were trying to escape the city, but then were found by, I believe, the gold cloaks. And then they come back to the throne room finding Otto dead. That pretty much ended the entire episode. Now, what you did see, what did you think of it, Todd?
From that episode, like I said, I only watched the first part. I can see where they're bringing this, and you've already seen it, but I believe that I know where they're going with this, and I do like the route that they're taking, because they're taking the route less traveled. So when you're watching it, you think you know where they're going, but you don't. They're it's like the duck and weave. It's what they're doing, and I think that like
Well,
how that's going is like how they're doing that is amazing. But yeah, the dragon you're talking about with the overbite, I love that one. He looks so amazing. It looks like he had the
yeah,
front of his face, like his jaw, the front jaw ripped right off. That's what. Well, it's not, but that's what it looks like. It's I don't know. It's for a dragon, it's got to
right.
be like this much overbite.
Underbite. It's an underbite.
Underbite. Yeah, I think it's like that big. It's like according to my head, it's probably like that big.
Yeah.
So it looks weird.
But
Do you remember what the name is?
sheep stealer?
Sheep stealer. Yes. I don't know why I forgot.
Yeah. Yeah, sheep stealer, that I don't know. I think that dragon was brought up in Kentucky. That's what I think. It was a Kentucky dragon.
Okay. Well, this isn't the. This is the thing, but it has it's just a meme. But I'm gonna use it anyways.
Uh,
I'm gonna put it up anyways. So I'm gonna take my
I
Canada
like
Day
meme.
photo.
I,
I'll put this one in, and I'll make it bigger.
yes, make it bigger. We like big. Oh yeah, look at that
There it
underbite.
is. And he has a mic. But yeah, that's what I was talking about. Like when they brought him almost looking at her, you can see that it's bigger than her head.
That's hilarious. No, I don't know how it's hilarious. The girl just kept yelling and I burned stuff.
Yeah, that's pretty much it. Yeah, so that was really cool. Like I do like him. He's probably my favorite dragon right now from this series.
You gotta send me that one on
Facebook.
Facebook.
Yeah, the only other dragon I've ever liked more. My favorite dragon of all time comes from these books. It's Chronicles. Yeah. It's Dragon of the Bottom, Twilight, and Winter, Autumn, Twilight, Winter, Night, Spring, Dawning. It's those three in one book. But in one of the books, I think it's the second one, there's a dragon called Sky. And that's always been my favorite dragon for years and years since I was like a teenager when I first read the books. I've always loved Sky, even though he's killed my favorite character. Sorry, second favorite character.
Well, that's what happens when you have dragons.
Yep.
They kill people and burn things. So, moving right along with our reviews, we have a trailer for season 3 of House of the Dragon. This happened just after the episode aired. So from what it looks like, Rhaenyra has hold of the Red Keep and is now running the Seven Kingdoms. However, there will be more bloodshed from what it looks like. Allison is trying to probably stay alive. I believe that's her brother that they're showing.
Yeah, I think so. She's cute.
But
he would be great as an elf, by the way. I think he's played an elf, hasn't he?
Matt Smith?
Yeah.
I don't believe he's ever played an elf. Yeah, he would be great in Lord of the Rings as an elf.
Yes, there we go. Lord of the
Um,
Rings.
they should like pick him up, but he's kind of busy doing this show, so I don't know.
That's true. That's true. But yeah, I think he would do great as an elf.
I mean, if he popped up in Lord of the Rings, I wouldn't say like no, he doesn't belong there. But yeah, him in this show, I cannot believe on how much I like him. I kind of want to go back and watch Doctor Who of his seasons. Because, like, him in this show, he is a
He had a full
brutal
season, didn't he?
badass. Sorry?
He had a full season with Doctor Who, didn't he? He was in
Yeah,
every episode.
I believe that I thought he had, like, 3 seasons
Oh,
on
he
it.
could
I
have.
think they, like, I, to be honest, I'm not a Doctor Who fan. I've never really tried to. I watched like maybe 2 episodes of Doctor Who. I never really tried to like jump into that lore. There are several levels of geekdom, and that level I haven't really reached yet. So
Yeah, that's
I'm
just like
gonna
me.
try
I'm the same
again.
with Star Trek. I don't know.
Right.
I like it. I want like from what I see, I
Well,
like it, but it's hard for me to get into. And like we're not knocking these
yeah.
things, by the way, guys. We're just talking
No, like
our opinions.
I understand a lot of things that come with Doctor Who, like it's bigger on the inside. I get all the jokes and everything else. It's just that I've never really grew up with Doctor Who myself.
Yeah.
So I kind of want to go back and try to like rewatch some of the seasons and see if I can get back into it. I mean, like I have a lot of time to spare at work now. Hell, like and after the couple Comic Cons, I'm not really going to be doing all that much at work besides sitting around. So I might as well try to start watching Doctor Who. I just got to find what streaming service it's on. Um, but yeah, Matt Smith, yeah, I definitely can see him as an elf in Lord of the Rings or even any other like folklore medieval type show. He's if he got another role after House of the Dragon is over, I can definitely see him as an elf. Like if they do like another Lord of the Rings series. I know that House Hunt for Gollum is coming out, but I think they want to do like more with that. They might do something uh with the fight that happened in Hobbiton after Lord of the Rings. That might be something.
Yeah.
But yeah, I can definitely see it. Um, but yeah, the trailer was very revealing. It was a very good little preview of next episode. So next on our docket, wrong site, is
Another trailer.
Geek News. Another trailer. Well, we're going to talk about this in Geek News. So first, we're going to go into Geek News.
All right. Geek news. It's something like
Geek
that.
News. So there was another trailer that did come out. I tried understanding anything that was going on, which I did not watching this trailer.
And we won't have
However,
sound,
it is.
so you guys. Well, actually, you have all the things, so you can actually post the links to like all the links we used today in the.
Oh, I do.
Okay, perfect.
I always post the links. If you're ever curious about any of the news stories that we do, I post the links
You
of
said
our
do.
sources down below. Do. Any of the news stories or the trailers that we talk about, I post links down in the show notes. So feel free to go through, watch the trailers yourself. Give us your thoughts in the comments and say, hey, I like this trailer, or I like the director, or tell us what you thought of the episode yourself for House of the Dragon or any other shows that we review.
Yep.
Moving right along to Werewolf, which I'm pretty sure that's not how you spell werewolf.
It's not, but
But hey,
werewolf.
it's the English way.
It's a werewolf.
But yeah, then you got
He's a child of
can't
God.
remember that actor's name. He played in Avengers Age of Ultron.
Oh, yeah, I can't think what his name is, but I'm terrible with names most of the time.
I'm terrible about names when I'm actually thinking about it. Yeah, he played Quicksilver, and he also played in Money Train, or Bullet Train. I
Bullet
believe
Train.
it
I
was
was going to
Bullet
say,
Train.
he didn't play in Money Train, because that's actually one of my top movies. I mean, we
Aaron
did our top
Taylor
movies, but
Johnson.
yes.
Yeah, he played in Bullet Train on that with opposite Brad Pitt. So, from what it looks like, I don't think I'm gonna watch this movie. However, it was intriguing to me. I figured that at least our audience might give it a try if they're into the horror type, old English horror type.
Yep.
That's where I got it from. That's like, it is definitely a period piece back in like the old English days, probably of Sherlock Holmes and or even earlier, 1800s. Let's put it that way.
Yep.
Back in the cowboy days.
Yeah.
So, and our next piece of news in that is the movie box office
Yep, I got those up.
numbers.
Nice and big for you guys.
Yeah, we like it
I'm
nice and big.
gonna remove our socials.
So right now, Toy Story. Toy Story pretty much won last weekend. They like dominated the box office. Pretty much dominated Supergirl. I mean, Woody probably would have his way with Supergirl. Anyways, so yes, Toy Story made a whopping $70 million, and unfortunately, Supergirl made 37 in a row.
Yeah, I know we're not
Then you
doing.
had
I know we're not doing our Supergirl review, but I do want to talk about something I seen the other day, just before it came out. It said, "This is Supergirl, and this is the fat ass guy that thinks she's ugly," and it shows a picture of Elon Musk because he said she was ugly. They took it out of concept though. What he like for my opinion, what he was trying to say is she's not fit for that role. Like, she doesn't have the look for that role. I think I almost agree with him. I think her smile being like from ear to ear kind of throws me off. There's people that have wide mouths like that, but I think that's what throws me off about her. There's something about her face that throws me off. I don't mind her as Supergirl. She was like, her acting was fine. She's a great actress, so I can't complain about that. I'm not going to go over the actual movie till next week, right?
Yeah, we'll do a Supergirl. I've seen it. I'd like to see it again, but I believe I'm probably see it next week or so, maybe after Comic-Con or something. But yeah, I like the movie, to be honest. Like, I'm not gonna give you a review. I like the movie. A lot of people are hating on it. A lot of people are like saying the music didn't fit. I loved it. I loved watching it. It was Lobo was hilarious in it. I loved it.
Yeah,
Um,
I kept on saying, what happens when Lobo fights Aquaman?
I'd love to see that.
Because
That
they could
would
always take
definitely be.
Roman Reigns and throw him in either role. It's not going to make a difference which role he takes because they look almost the same. I think they're almost the same height too. I know there's
They should ask
impersonators that are the same, but
They should ask Ryan Reynolds to play Aquaman.
oh my god, that would be so funny.
That would be. I would definitely watch Aquaman if they did that.
Yeah,
So
I don't think Reynolds is coming back to DC anytime soon.
he might. I mean, like
Money
with
talks.
James Gunn running the show, he might. Then you got Obsession with 9 million, making a total gross so far of $233
Yep.
million. Jackass, Best and Last,
Sorry.
making 8 million.
Obsession was actually really
I
good, just to be
believe that
honest.
was their.
Obsession was good.
Disclosure Day.
We could do a large.
Oh, it was good.
Yeah, Obsession was great.
Sorry.
We could do a large movie review next week because we could do Toy Story, Supergirl, Obsession, Jackass, Disclosure Day, and I don't think I have access to back rooms yet, but I have access to this. We already did our Masters of the Universe, so a lot of the we could do 5 or 6 movie reviews next week. Just so you guys are aware. So the ones that I mentioned that we can do is Toy Story, Supergirl, Obsession, Jackass, Disclosure Day. I'm going to try to get a hold of Backrooms, Scary Movie. And if you guys post in the comments, we could redo Master of the Universe review also. And then I'll have, me and Geek Pool will go off and actually make our reviews. If you want us to type them out, we'll type them out. If not, then we'll just go while we're here. Because if you don't mark it down while you're watching it, you're gonna forget for sure. But yeah, I just wanted to bring that up. But keep going, Jackass.
Yeah,
No, I wasn't calling you Jackass. I mean, you're left off with
total
Jackass.
of 8 million. Disclosure Day, 8 million, with a total of 94. Scary Movie with 3 million, making a total of 103. Master of the Universe, 2 million, a total of 62. That's kind of bombing right now. That was really down 63%.
Yeah.
Bleach, I've never really heard of that movie.
I think that's
They made 2 million.
Isn't that a Punjabi movie?
Could be.
Yeah, I know there's a few Punjabi movies that have actually made it up on this list, and it's crazy. Not that they're bad, because we don't know what they're saying.
With
but...
Star Wars,
Go ahead.
Star Wars made 1,000,007 with a grand total of 175. And then Michael is still in there, but they're up to 370 million. But Toy Story, the big winner, their already total gross is $298 million with only 1 week in theaters. I mean, that's pretty much telling everybody, yes, we still want these Pixar movies to keep happening, and they don't care if it is a retold story or if it's a sequel or not. It's Toy Story is always going to be like a timeless tale. Especially for me, like I loved all the movies. I have not seen Toy Story 5, but I'm sure it's going to be great because they don't make movies just for kids. They make movies that are kid friendly.
Yes.
Those movies are for everybody. I mean, there's jokes that will go over kids' heads, and parents and people like us will like laugh our asses off because they said something that like hits home for us. But yes, next week we'll go through all the movies that have come out
Yep.
and do a full movie review on a bunch of them. That way we can give a couple weeks for everyone in our audience to at least um, go through and see the movies they want to see.
Yeah, we'll also do the same with the X-Men '97 because all like through they just dropped 3
And next
episodes.
is our.
Ooh.
They dropped 3? I thought they were only dropping the 1.
Yep, they dropped 3.
Wow. Okay, I got some TV to watch. Next up is our Getting Old segment. Movies that are turning 30.
Oh, I didn't have that in here. Okay, give me a second. I'll put it up.
You do not?
No, you didn't have that one ready. I did not have that
I
ready.
did email it though, right?
No, I don't think you did that one. He's turning 20. Nope.
Are you serious?
I do have it though.
Oh, okay.
I have it because
Movie
we did this
turning
like
30 though, right?
yep, we have 10, 20, and 30.
Okay.
I just need to go to my desktop. I remember I saved
All
it
right.
on the desktop. Movies, soundtracks.
I swore I added that.
Maybe I didn't. I know it's somewhere. One of our previous emails, maybe? Yeah, it's definitely not on there. I'm looking at it right now.
Do you need me to send it to you?
Yes, please. That would be probably be quicker.
All right.
Hey guys, these things happen when you're making that when
Second,
you're recording a podcast. But the good part is you get to cut this out.
yeah.
So if you're ever deciding to cut things out, do something like on screen so you know that you're watching for it, where you like put both arms and wave them, so you know where to cut and come back.
That was my comeback one. Let me find it. And
Oh, I could have paused the stream too. So you're gonna have to cut this part out.
no, not online. Not online.
Yeah, I thought I had it downloaded.
Where is it? There we go. Okay. I'm gonna put
Huh. Yeah, I actually don't see it. I don't have it anywhere.
these two. I'm putting the other two in there too. And then you'll have it for like next week.
Yep.
We're gonna do 40 and 50.
Yeah, I'll download them in a second. Yeah, so just remember to cut this piece out.
Yeah, I just got like usually when I'm doing this, I'll be listening to it while I'm editing, and then I'm trying to do other things, and then when I hear the part, I'm like, oh, I gotta do that.
Oh yeah, so if we ever need to cut, just make some weird sound then. Just like caw caw or something. That way you know when you're listening. Yeah. That way you know when you're listening that this is where you need to pay attention.
Caca.
And if you're just looking at the voice notes, you'll like the audio, you'll see like the little spikes when you do the caw. You'll see the little spikes where it goes up because it'll be a lot higher than our voices. Okay, so I
Well,
did that. So I'll take off these socials for now. Okay, whenever you're ready.
all right. Okay, go. So, movies that are turning 30. Mission Impossible.
Ooh,
I
that's
believe
a good
that's the
one.
first one.
Yep, that's the first one.
Independence Day.
They actually released that in 3 days from now. So in 3 days, on
Uh,
the 4th, it'll be 30 years old. That's only when I remember the actual release date.
Beavis and Butthead Do America. I
Yeah,
mean, I do
I
remember that coming out. Watching it, no.
I love
From Dusk
loved it
Till
for sure.
Dawn.
That's another one I love. That's actually one of my favorite movies. I have a lot of favorite
Oh,
movies, but
um,
Scream.
Scream. Happy
Oh,
Gilmore.
you have Happy Gilmore on there twice.
Space Jam.
Oh yeah, Nutty
The
Professor.
Nutty Professor. Happy Gilmore.
Jerry
Jerry
Maguire. Oh, I love
Maguire.
Jerry
Train
Maguire.
Spotting. Scream. That Romeo and Juliet is the one with Leo and I believe
Oh,
Claire Danes.
yep, it is.
Um,
The Craft with my girl.
The Craft,
Twister.
Twister,
Ooh, Space Jam.
Space Jam,
More Dust to Dawns.
From Dusk Till Dawn again. I
So,
gotta redo these.
well, it's too late now,
Matilda.
unless you're gonna post them. Oh yeah, we could post these, by the way. We can post these on our socials.
Yeah.
I didn't think about it till right now.
The Rock.
Yeah.
That was probably one of my favorite ones out of this list. Fargo, Nutty Professor again, The Rock again, Happy Gilmore again.
And Mars
I think I'm
Attacks.
gonna redo this for sure.
Yeah, we'll redo it and
And
I'll.
Independence Day again. Yeah. I'm gonna redo this entire photo and then just put it over top.
Okay, so
But is there any movies here that stand out to you?
Happy Gilmore by far. Happy Gilmore is definitely the one that probably made the biggest impact. Actually, no, I lie. Independence Day made the biggest impact, I think, out of all these movies. Twister was amazing
Oh,
though, but for me, it would be when it comes to like the U.S. Independence Day had the biggest effect on out of all these movies, and then for me,
oh
it's
yeah,
probably
like
Happy Gilmore,
everyone
Jerry
still
Maguire.
talks about it.
Yeah, Happy Gilmore and Jerry Maguire.
For me,
I like Jerry Maguire a little bit more just because the actress in it.
right. For me, it was mostly The Rock and Twister. Happy Gilmore, of course. And Independence Day. Twister more like we're like we love watching storms. As well as we always loved watching Twister. We saw the sequel, which we weren't the best. Uh, it wasn't one of our favorite movies. However, it was a tornado movie. Let's just put it that way. But Twister, when we were in Orlando, Florida for at Universal, we there was it wasn't really a ride. It was more of like you walk in and you see how they did a Twister. It was more of a story of the movie.
Mm.
It was really cool. It's not there anymore, unfortunately, but it was really cool at Universal to see that. Uh, The Rock, I always loved that movie, mostly because of Sean Connery. Nick Cage did a really good role for that. That and the fact that it was shot on Alcatraz was amazing. Happy Gilmore, of course, that was always like one of my favorites. It was one of my cousins always used to like impersonate Adam Sandler and Happy Gilmore. It's hilarious. And Independence Day, yes, that was probably one of the most epic movies that came out in the past 30 years. Like everyone still kind of talks about Independence Day when anytime like aliens are around and
Yeah.
Of course, Independence Day is in like 4 days, and they always play that one speech that the president in Independence Day says. So
3 days.
what?
It's in 3 days.
Oh, yes. To me,
Yeah.
4. The day's not over yet.
The other one that we haven't really talked about was The Rock. I think that was another one that had a big impact on just about everyone, just to see how much it took him to break out,
Right.
and how good that place actually is. Or well, it was, because obviously they don't use it anymore. But I think that was another one back then that was huge. Not as big as the other ones
Oh,
that
yeah.
we mentioned.
That
But
was a big blockbuster.
yeah, Independence Day was probably one of the probably the biggest on this list. For, I mean, the general public. But yeah, for me and you, it's going to be different because we're not American. So
Right.
yep.
Yeah. Mars Attacks. I tried watching that.
I've seen every one
Can't.
of these. Every one of
Like that's like, yeah. I can't watch it. It like even to turn my brain off and try to watch it, I couldn't watch it. Like the movie I was in, the vampire zombies from space, that had less campy crap than Mars Attacks.
them.
And
Oh
that
yeah.
was a star-studded and properly written movie, Hollywood studio movie. And then if a local movie around here could do better than that, that's just sad. So, moving right along, we're going to get into the video game news.
Yeah. Video game news.
Take it away, Todd.
Take the image away too. All right. So today we I need the browser up. Today we are going to talk about Arc. Uh, there is
I see
some
a
community
browser and a
news.
browser.
A browser and a browser. That's, you can see the website now.
There we go. That's better.
I can't make this one full screen, I don't think. Can I? Oh, F11. Oh no. Yeah, that worked. More or less. No, it's as good as we're gonna get it, anyways. Okay, so anyways, yeah. So
More less.
what's that? You
More,
good?
more, or more or less.
More or less.
I'm going.
Okay, guys. I'm gonna figure out a way to make this so everything's bigger. I didn't realize how small it was until last week when Geekpool mentioned it. I almost said your real name again. I'm not used to calling you Geekpool. Yeah. So Arc.
I have to get
It's
used to it.
Tides of Fortune releases tomorrow. It was supposed to release on the 28th, I believe it was, but they pushed it. Sorry, this was supposed to be released on the 2nd. The other new Genesis Ascended Part 1, that was supposed to be released on the 28th also, but they pushed them both to the 2nd. This update is the full new map of Genesis. I'm not going to show you guys videos or anything because you can check it out. We are going to put the link to this. This here is a Tides of Fortune where they're showing off that they're taking what Atlas did, making it less complicated for like ships and stuff, and they're throwing it into Arc. So they're going to have an Arc theme with the boat. So the boats were on Atlas. You had to have them crewed, so you had to have NPCs to crew them, or you had to have crew to crew them. You had to have crew on, like, when you're running around, you'd have like one person going to 3 different things to shoot, then another person on the other 3 to shoot. So it was a big hassle to run the ship. So I guess what they're saying about this one is these ships are going to be you're going to be able to use them by yourself. So that's one of the greatest things that they have. So they're not only are they changing stuff from ASE, ASA's taken this on, and the new section of Genesis, or sorry, not new section, the water section of Genesis is being bigger, and they're putting more into it. And I think that you can see on this picture that there's going to be an axolotl put in. You're going to have there's 3 different ship sizes, not including the 2 that we already have, the motorboat and the raft. So they're going to be adding a lot more stuff in with this one. And if you buy the Tides of Fortune, there are more things you could do, but it's not needed. You can still have access to everything. You just can't use certain items. So like with Bob Tall Tales, you couldn't ride the certain dinosaurs, or if you have a train, you wouldn't be able to make train tracks or trains. Someone else would have to make it for you. But there's some items. I don't know if you could use a train. But anyways, I'm getting off topic. Yeah, you could still play without this add-on, but I suggest getting it. So that's Arc news. They are adding more dinosaurs to it, but yeah, that's pretty much it for Arc news. And you can notice how he's staying quiet because this is my section. I only have 3 things for you.
That and I've never played Ark.
Yeah, you need a PC, a good PC. I was just gonna put my actual birth date in. We're not gonna do that. I was born in 1819. Okay, so this one, I actually just found out about this last night. Did I send it to you?
Yes.
Yeah, I think it was last night I sent it to you. I just found out about this. 7 Days to Die is coming out with their full 3.0 update. So this is actually pretty awesome because they've been in betas or this is the full 3.0 now. So this is awesome. I played it a little bit. I really enjoyed this.
You need to make that bigger.
Need to make this bigger. Zoom in.
Yes.
There you
Big,
go.
big. There you go. I like big.
Yeah, so you can see here
I
that
like big screens, and I cannot lie.
You can see here there's like the stables, 2.6 stable, the 3 hot notes, the experimental, but this is the full release for the summer. And this gets released. I gave you the date, but I don't see a date here. It was July something, I believe. Let's see. If you haven't played this game, you definitely need to play this game. We do play. So anytime we talk about gamer news, I do put up servers once in a while. So if you ever want to play on our servers, you will have to be a donor. That way you're paying part of the server. But we'll have a free section and a a donor section. Obviously, the donor section will be more. That'll be more to it, but I will run 7 Days, Ark, Minecraft. Those 3 I'll run no problem. I don't have a problem running any games as long as you guys want them and you guys can stay active on them. I like having long-term servers if possible. I'll play for probably about 2-3 weeks, and then I'll get out for 1 or 2 weeks just to cool down, playing the other game. They're playing a different game, they come back and do it again. That's just how it works for me with most of these games. I stay with Ark the most, I think. But yeah, I don't see a date here, but they did add a ton of new things. I think they fixed the flying is one of the things that they talked about. But a lot of the world settings are changed, as you can see here. I'm just scrolling over them real quick, but those are your sandbox options. I was trying to look for a date, but I believe it's July something, like sometime in July that this is being released. Oh, why don't I just go up here? Sorry, guys. Pretty sure it says it on here. They posted it June 29th. And it will go live. Oh, I think it's live now. No, it went live yesterday or a couple days ago. The 29th it went live. So I did actually miss that. I should have been up to. We should have done that last week. But yeah, it's out now. Go check it out. My sister used to have a zombie named after her. Not in the main game, but on one of the big mods. She used to have one named after her, and everyone's seen it. It was pretty great. I got to kill it a couple times myself. So, anyways, that's 7 Days to Die news. And next up is something I just started playing again, unfortunately. Pokemon. I love Pokemon. I hate Pokemon Go so much. It banned me, so I had to create a new account. But this is their 10th annual. I can't believe I've played this game for probably like 7 years before I got banned. And they're adding a super rare Pokemon now, which is Hoopa.
Why did you get banned?
We can talk about that later. When you're in your chair,
Oh,
when you're in your chair and you're walking around New York Central Park, they don't like that very much. They don't like spoofers. Is what I'm trying to say. I learned my lesson. I lost a good account. I really did. I had everything. I had probably over 150 shiny 100% Pokemon. And they weren't bad ones. They were all the useful ones that you could use in battle. Yeah,
right.
so they're doing a one of a kind. Sorry, they're going to be one of a kind Pokemon. There's going to be hats, costumes. It's a lot of cosmetics. You're going to see more. So they're going to give you Gimme Ghouls variant. I can't remember what variant this is. I know it says it. I'm pretty sure it says it. And we're going to get a Pikachu wearing a Kit Kat, Eevee wearing a party hat, Wurmple wearing a party hat. They've already done those guys when I was playing. So yeah, anyways, they're bringing Gimme Ghoul in a new variant and with a special background too. Using a coin bag, you could make them show up as shiny. Let's see what else there is. I think
Shiny.
shiny.
I like shiny.
Shiny.
I tried to play Pokemon Go. I just got bored of it.
Yeah, I only play once in a while now. I'm just logging in every day just to get a 7-day thing. I'm gonna play very little, but I think I felt it was worthy of being on our news. So yeah, this month's community day in July is gonna be Swabble. It says it right here. There's different ones you're gonna have. I didn't mention those three having it, but they're all gonna have their party hats also. It's called Forever Forward. It'll be 4 times Catchin', 4 times Stardust. The boosted shiny odds. It's gonna be July 4th to the July 6th, whereas Gimme Ghoul will be the entire month. So I think that's pretty much it for that news. Yeah, there's the professor. And then lastly for me, I mean news-wise, let me move stuff around for a second. Yes, last stuff for me is GTA rumors. GTA 6 is rumored. It says all platforms. They're talking. I think they're only talking about Xbox and PlayStation. They could have just mentioned both of them instead of just saying all platforms. But it's supposed to reach up to 50 FPS. There's also rumors saying that that the Switch 2 may get this also. That's just a rumor. I've been hearing it quite a bit, or else I wouldn't bring it up on the show. So that's going to be huge. I will not play it on the Switch though, unless they let me go between platforms. I will not play it on the Switch. I just can't do it. I'm an Xbox person when it comes to playing GTA. But yeah, they're supposed to have 60 FPS on all platforms. So I'm guessing it's going to be better on some. PC doesn't get released for like at least a year after this, which really sucks. I don't really play on PC, but I will buy it on PC just because I like making myself broke. It's going to come out. I don't know if I mentioned this last time, but I did have. I'll play this trailer in a second. I did have something that said how much it was going to be. I think it's going to be in the U.S. It's going to be 80, and then 100 for the expansion pack or the not expansion, the Ultimate Edition.
I believe we mentioned that last week.
Yeah, I don't know if we got over the prices though. We may have. Yeah, so if you get the enhanced version, you get a little extra stuff. You get access to more stuff. So don't be cheap. Just pay the extra $10. Like, I'm not being mean. I just
$20.
$20. Yeah, because I can read. Or I could think. All right, let's skip this video. Hopefully, you guys can hear that. It's not English, so I thought they brought up. Oh no, they're just talking about it. Never mind. I thought it was they were talking about the show, but there's more pictures of it. Those have been released for a little while. But yeah, that's it for that. They just announced that there's going to be 30 FPS. I doubt the Xbox Slim is going to hit their 60 FPS. I can't see it hitting 60. The PlayStation though, the PlayStation with the original PlayStations with the CD and without the CD, they're the exact same systems, except one has a CD and one doesn't. Where the Xbox is the one with the
one with the CD.
Yeah, where the Xbox, the one with the CD, has a better chip in it. So Xbox did it a little differently. So it's actually a better version. Yeah.
Also in GTA 6 news. Sorry.
Go ahead.
Also in GTA 6 news, it has generated over $3 billion in sales, in revenue, surpassing 39 to 50 million pre-orders already.
Yeah, I haven't even pre-ordered mine. So by the time I get to mine, it's probably going to be 2 Biz Khalifas, because Biz Khalifa costs just less than $2 billion to make. So for GTA to be worth more than the biggest building in the world, or tallest building in the world, that's pretty awesome. Yeah. I've been watching these a whole bunch of what's more expensive, GTA or this, and it's like I know GTA's worth 2.2 billion. I've already heard that like a long time ago, but now it's gone up more, obviously.
Well, Take-Two Entertainment, that is.
Yeah.
That owns GTA. So I'm definitely going to be pre-ordering this. Most likely the $100 platform on my PS5.
Yeah, I think it's 120
I
for us.
also need to get myself a hard drive, because there is no disc version of this. It is all digital.
Yep, it's all digital. Once it's in the has a case, it's still gonna be a key card, because if not, they're gonna have to make it 2 discs or 3 discs.
Oh, at least 2. Of course.
Yeah, I think they get it down to 2 discs, but I don't think they're gonna do a disc version. If not, it'll be a dual, where like
they could put it on a 4K disc.
Depends on how much it's gonna cost them to make that many.
Oh, of course. Digital is pretty much the way to go lately. I mean, like everyone's buying games pretty much digitally anyway. I have a lot of digital games on my Switch One. I have my PS5. I have GTA and a few other games that are digitally bought. Um, some I do like to buy the disc because I like all the like kind of the stuff that comes with it, like Red Dead Redemption 2. I have a bunch. I like the map and stuff like that. That's what I kind of miss buying. I might actually go pre-order and get like if it comes with a map and stuff, because I always like to look at the map and learn things from it. I'm a map person. It's my tism.
Yeah,
So moving right
this
along.
map is gonna be amazing. I can't wait to see it.
Oh yeah. We're gonna go into the local news.
Local news.
Local news. Freshest smelling news in the entire galaxy.
All right, you could paste over this one.
Oh, you don't have that one?
No, I don't have the guide. It's okay. You could go for it.
No, you don't have the local news.
I have the Windsor Canada Day stuff, but that's all I have.
I mean the logo.
Oh, that's
Did
up.
I not send you?
Yeah, that's up. I'm
Oh,
saying
I see that.
I'm
Okay.
saying to talk about it. If you want to show them anything, you could flash it on
All
the
right.
screen for them.
So weekly, Amherstburg has its own open streets, I believe, and where's the other things? And I believe the downtown carnival is over. They're moving over to the Essex Fun Fest, which is happening this weekend. I believe it starts tomorrow, and as well as where are we here? Of course, today is Canada Day, so there's a whole bunch of Canada Day activities in Amherstburg, LaSalle, Windsor, of course, Leamington, and other areas. Pull up the right one here. Yeah, the Essex Fun Fest, the Electric Avenue Jazz Festival is also happening this week, and I believe actually just the 3rd and 4th. That's happening at Windsor Eats. Hiram Walker 110th birthday celebration is happening on July 4th. Williston Manor is having their summer house tours between July 8th and 29th on Wednesdays and Sundays. In Belle River on July 10th, that is next week, there is a classic car cruise. That is on the Friday.
Yep, I've actually done that one.
I may try to go to that one. However, I just don't know what time it happens. Getting off at 8 o'clock, I might try to book us over to Belle River and dress up the Ecto. Also, July 10th, Windsor Sculpt. I don't know what's happening at the Windsor Sculpture Park. That might be the classic car cruise for both. I don't know exactly what that is. July 11th, Ojibwe Park, the Windsor Symphony Orchestra, and Ream Park. And on the 12th, King's Navy Yard Park in Amherstburg. Also next weekend, the 11th and 12th, is the Lansbury Park Mystic Garden Music Festival.
Yep.
And also July 11th and 12th is the Windsor Fan Con happening in LaSalle at the LaSalle Event Center. I will definitely be there on both days with the Windsor Ghostbusters. And on the Sunday, on July 12th, I will be doing some judge duties since I have been announced as the one of the cosplay judges for the cosplay contest at Windsor FanCon.
Congrats.
So come on out, see the Ecto 519 in person. We're going to have a lot of fun things to do. There's also, we're right near the kids zone, near the back of the event center. So you'll always find the Ghostbusters with all their gear and our big banners. And this year at FanCon, we will have the Ecto 519 in the building. Going on to...
I will be there
else
one of the
is
2 days
going on?
probably. I'm not paying to go both days,
Oh,
but
that's
I'll go one of the two.
I wouldn't go both days. Unless I'm supposed to be there. The weekend after that is the summoning. The summoning is happening over at St. Clair College in the main building. This is a kind of like a card and tabletop show happening.
It's finally your cat going crazy instead of
I,
mine.
I believe this is the third year happening.
Yep, third year.
So
Year 3. Just me,
you
I'm
can
all
hear the
over it.
cat, right?
Yep, I can hear it.
Okay.
That's all right.
So
They've
yeah,
heard
that's
cats before.
Sheldon vocalizing his disdain for us not feeding him at 9 o'clock. So
Yeah.
okay, we're gonna jump into the top 10.
The summoning first. You guys are there, right? You have a table.
Yes.
Okay, tell us about
Yes.
this.
The
I know you don't know much
Ghostbusters
about it,
will
but
have a table there. I don't know exactly where in the building, but we will have our pretty much all of our gear and everything else there, and some photo ops with our Vigo painting.
so what you could probably
And
do is when you come in from the from the highway, you're coming in, you make your left, and then you go right, and then you're in there. You could probably leave the ecto, like ask something you can leave the ecto on the side since you're not bringing it inside this time. Have it outside so people can see it.
right. Yeah, I'm debating when I'm going to take that roof rack off. I may take it off that weekend, like wait till the summoning's done, then take it off. So I may very well just say, hey, do you mind if I park this like out front so everyone can see since we're a part of the summoning?
Yep, there's a whole roundabout there, right by the one door.
Oh, I know. I used to go to that college.
Yeah, that's the Nexus part though.
I
Is what I'm
wasn't
talking about.
sure if right.
It's right by that bar.
I'm
If you
just
remember the bar.
yeah. Yep.
Go ahead.
I can always leave it there and they can go and check it out if they wish. I haven't really talked to the summoning people that much. I just know that A, we have a table, and B, we will be there.
Yep, that works. I mean, as long as you're there.
Right. Going on to our top 10.
Top 10 news. Woo woo. No,
That's
we're
something
not
we need a video for.
top 10. Dun, dun, dun.
This week is animated series. So back in the 90s, they had a whole lot of great animated series that I always loved to watch. And Todd's animated series is different animated shows he liked. Mine is more from like the 80s and 90s that an exception of Rick and Morty. Rick and Morty always stayed dear to my heart. So starting at number 10 for you, you have two Transformers. Is that G1 Transformers or is that like a specific
The
version
original.
of Transformers?
The original.
Okay, so the G1.
Yeah.
And which hat alter?
8th year. Yeah, which had 8th year.
8th year.
Yeah, I couldn't decide which one because I was gonna leave Transformers off or put it on as an honorable mention. But I really couldn't leave it off because Transformers was a huge part of my life. I do have last year we had a couple of voice actors come down and he signed a couple of cards for me. There's Prowl and Starscream. Starscream signed this one of Starscream, and then he drew on. I don't know if you guys can see it very well, but he drew on the Magnetron. Megatron. He drew on Megatron.
Megatron?
He gave it glasses. Is that all he gave it?
Oh,
Just the glasses? Glasses and a mustache. I don't know how well you guys can see that, but yeah,
that's hilarious.
yeah, he was pretty funny. So I do love Let Me Some Transformers. Witch Hat is a brand new show. There's been about 6 episodes out, and there's another one that's just as new on here that really took over all the other ones. I've never enjoyed watching anime as much as these two shows. The other one I like a little bit more because of one of the characters, but Witch Hat is one of the top. We were gonna do anime list. Or sorry, I want to do anime list, but he doesn't know any anime. So when he mentioned the animated series, I was like, oh yeah, I could do this because I watch anime, and anime is same as animated because that's what it is. He was actually surprised with how many anime shows were in my animated list. But yeah, Witch Hat's one of those really good ones where there's little girls that get taken to be squires, pretty much, or they get taken on as students, and they have to learn how to draw magic. And the better they draw it, the better the spell works. So you can have like most of their like when they have their like pads that they write on, they're all circles. Like the pads are actually circles, so they just make the circle on it. They just leave a little part that's disconnected. Then when they go out into the field, they can just connect it and then like put it down and connect it, and then their spell goes off. It's weird. Like you'd have to watch it, but it does make sense after. So your number 10 is gargoyles.
Yes.
That's it.
Gargoyles always has been one of my favorite shows. Especially the fact, I actually, when I started cosplaying, I had a big idea of trying to do Lexington. Since I am like pretty short, I thought I could pull him off. Um, my biggest problem is I just don't know how. Like now that I'm kind of overweight, I don't think I'd be able to pull it off. It'd pretty much be like a fat Lexington. Like he hasn't flown in a while. His wing is broken. But like I always love gargoyles. I love how they actually use some of the cast from Star Trek Next Generation. They used like a big portion of it. They used like um, the person who played Will Riker and I believe uh, Troy, and they used Worf, all from Next Generation. And there's like a lot of voice actors on there I liked a lot. I love the storylines. That is definitely a cartoon that they could go back and do a live action, and I'm almost positive it would probably hit. Like they had the CGI now, they could pull it off, and it would look really good. You just have to get the good voice. You could probably bring back the voice actors from the original show, and just have like CGI actors doing the role.
Yeah. So your next one is Masters of the Universe, your ninth. That's the Kevin Smith one, I'm guessing.
Sorry, hold on. Oh,
He it's like a blooper reel. He sent me a message saying to please feed Sheldon his cat, and I was like, I can't. I'm doing a podcast.
that was supposed to go to the wife.
I figured. I figured it's even funnier to mention it. Yeah. So yours is Master of the
Yeah,
Universe. I'm guessing it's not He-Man. Um, I can't see you putting that over the Will Smith one because the Will Smith one was done so well. Also,
I didn't know Will Smith did He-Man. Kevin Smith did.
Kevin Smith, not Will Smith. Kevin Smith. Oh,
If Will
my bad.
Smith did He-Man, that would be a really weird one. But yeah,
Yeah.
Masters of the Universe, the original show. I pretty much grew up with Masters of the Universe. It was definitely something I always like raced home to watch or watched on Saturday morning cartoons. I mean, I did Orko as a young child. Um, I was actually looking through some of my old photos and I found like an old dated from the 80s, an Orko um, Halloween costume I did. And I just finished my Orko cosplay probably a couple weeks back. I still have a couple of things to work on, like something in the hat, but um, I always liked it. Even the movie, I did like the movie because it was pretty much just as campy as the show originally was. There are some things I didn't like about the movie, however, like it felt more true to the show than anything than the Dolph Lundgren version of the movie.
Yeah.
But Masters of the Universe, yeah, I loved watching that show all the time. Year number 9 is Death Note. I have heard of the show. I have not watched it.
So it's a show. It's also a movie. And it's also a comic book. So if you read the comic book and watched the show, the movie sucks. It's one of those things you have to take it out of like. This is a different universe. It's not really, but it's a different universe when you look at that. A lot of people are mad about the movie, but Death Note in general is just awesome. It's one of those things that people wish were real. They do, but they don't because they're killing people, but they're I don't know. It's one of the. It's just such a good show. Like it was like very well animated. The voice acting, the translators were very good. Um, I haven't met any of them, which is kind of surprising with all the voice actors I've met. But yeah, Death Note was one of the top shows for sure. Um, my backpack that I bring to work with me has one of the characters on it. Like I have, those like little tags that you just put on a keyring and then you put it on stuff. How they print them out, like they're like this big usually. Anyways, yeah. So that show is very. It makes you think of how they're gonna do stuff next. So if you're watching it, you're trying to figure out as they're doing it, like as you're watching it live, like what's going on, like how is he gonna figure his way out of this one? Because he's always one step behind the good guy technically, which is L. His name is L. So he has to figure out what L's name is to be able to take out L. Or I think L. Yeah, I don't want to give anything away for the show, but if you guys want to watch it, you want to talk about the show, we can definitely talk about the show. Um, your 8 is Transformers. I can't believe I don't have
Yeah,
that on.
G1.
Yeah, good.
Transformers, the first generation Transformers I watched vividly. Pretty much like a lot of these were something I would always love to watch. Master of the Universe, G.I. Joe, Transformers, uh, Bugs Bunny and Tweety. Like these are the ones I grew up on. These are the ones I would watch all the time. There's another one I should mention in honorable mentions, but when I get down there, I'll mention it. But G1, like that's pretty much like when Transformers came out, a lot of people were kind of like the Michael Bay version of Transformers. A lot of people were kind of disappointed that Optimus Point Prime didn't look like Optimus Prime and Bumblebee didn't look like Bumblebee, because that's what we grew up on. But like they kind of explained, well, they got to deal with Chevy, so that's why they look like that. But the Generation One, yeah, I do like how they everything always goes back to that. Everything, like everyone, when they mention Transformers, that's what they're talking about. They're not talking about Michael Bay. They're not talking about like the Bumblebee movie. They're talking about that
Mm-hmm.
like that show started it all. And your number 8 is actually my number 1, so we will talk about it
Rick
right now.
and Morty. Morty and Rick. That show is good too. Yeah, so I put it at at 8 because yes, it is amazing. I've so much enjoyed it. I think this is the last season. I despise that it's the last season. Um, I love the show. There are a few that I have over top of it, but this is one of those shows that I really loved, and I was always like really looking forward to coming out. Actually, I did leave one off this list, so everything would get bumped from one up. I forgot my favorite. That's actually my bad. So once we get down there, I'll get to my actual favorite. I'll have it. I'll do it while you're getting while you talk about your last couple. Yeah. So Rick and Morty is just one of those iconic. It's an iconic show that kind of like goes balls to the wall at some point, and I just love how they're breaking that barrier where it's like other places won't do it. Like they won't say some of the stuff. Like some of the stuff they said in there, I'm like, oh my god, did they just say that? And some of the stuff they do, it is really good. I really enjoy that show. Um, Rick is just I don't know. Rick's the main part of the show, but I like the kid. Um, Morty, of course. What was
Yeah.
I going to say? I was going to say something about it. Yeah, the last couple episodes. So the first 6 episodes are out. Hold
Oh,
on.
for the last season.
Yeah, are they all out now?
Um, I haven't
No,
even
I don't think they're
started
open yet.
the last season yet. I'm still trying to work on, I believe, season 8. Yeah, Rick and
So
Morty
there's six
is I
episodes right now.
right. I put it at number 1 mostly because of everything else on my list they have mentioned. The other one would be in my honorable mentions, and I'll mention it then. But Rick and Morty has like crossed universes with almost everything on the list itself, other than other than Robot Chicken, which will be on in my honorable mentions. I forgot to mention that one. Robot Chicken is hilarious, and the writers on that show, like, I die laughing. Um, but Rick and Morty, yeah, it's crazy fun, and sometimes you actually learn something from it. Like you learn something about yourself. You learn something about uh, what time travel actually would happen, and you learn a lot about like character. It's like it drives in character, and it's funny at the same time, and that's why I'll always love Rick and Morty. I do believe when the movie comes out, I'm definitely racing to the theater for that one.
Yes.
Um, my number 7
Oh,
is
sorry. Yeah.
X-Men 97.
I'm fired for my one job.
Yeah. 97, at least last season was really great. I did love the fact that like they had one solid fluid story instead of like pocket stories that mesh together. This one it was like one story, and I believe it was only like 10 episodes. The first episode of season 2 is out. First 3 episodes of season 2 is out today.
I was just going to mention
I
that.
do plan on watching that at some point, either tonight or tomorrow, and then we can review it next week. Now, with that being said, your number 7 is My Hero Academia.
Yes. I don't know if you ever watched this at all, but My Hero
No.
Academia is definitely one of my favorites of all time. Um, Me and my daughter just watched this. We just binge watched all the seasons. It's a long show, and it's funny because I don't remember half the names, and she gets so mad at me because I'm supposed to remember their hero name and their real name, and I don't remember either one of them. So when we're watching the show, it's always like, yeah, the guy that does the fire stuff, or the fire and ice, or the spicy hot, or spicy cool, or whatever his name is. So it's a lot of stuff
You
like
sound
that.
like my wife watching one of my movies.
Yeah, I just can't get it. I just can't get with the names. I don't know. But that show itself was really good. I think they may have went on like maybe a season too long, but the last season I felt like it was completely rushed. Felt like that could have been another full season. So that whole like the whole show's done now. So I mean, if whatever I talk about, it won't be a spoiler because if you haven't watched it yet, it's
Right.
you be just getting into
That's
it.
your
But
fault.
yeah, because that's been done for years. They just came out with a new episode actually for My Hero Academia. It was just like a surprise episode, like a later, like what happened after episode. So that was really cool for them to release that. Yeah. So your number 6, yeah, 6 is Batman Beyond.
Yeah, I like this mostly because it followed up with my number 3. It felt like it was like a good follow up of Batman the Animated Series. They used a lot of the voice actors from that. I believe in from going on from the Batman themselves, Bruce Wayne. They also used the same actors for Barbara Gordon, I believe, as well as Tim Drake in the Joker movie they did with Batman Beyond. I liked it a lot. I liked how like they did something different with Terry McGinnis. He wasn't an orphan. He was like he had high school problems. They kind of like Spider-Man Batman.
Yeah.
Like he's a kid going to high school, dealing with high school problems as well as being Batman. And the other funny thing they were doing with that is like his dynamic with Bruce Wayne. Like he kept talking to Bruce like oh, I'm Batman, but in Bruce's mind, he's always Batman.
Yeah.
Your number 6 is Invincible.
Invincible. I know you've watched this one. Uh, this show actually just ended the last season. We just had the season premiere 2 weeks ago or 3 weeks ago. If you haven't watched this, you should give this a go. It's not long. This Invincible is. It's like what happens if Superman fought his son. Like who's stronger? It's going to be the son. The father, because he's purebred. Like he's a pure Kryptonian. These guys, I can't think of what the name of their place is. I should remember. This is one I would remember because it's like a bigger than like My Hero. He just has that
Right.
like I don't know. It's cartoon though, but it's
Yeah,
I'm trying to explain it without saying anything.
it's on Prime.
Yeah, it is on Prime. Anyways, give it a watch. It is my top 6. Or actually, it'd be my top 7 now because I forgot about one. But yeah, it's a really good watch. Seeing how the characters come to be themselves by the end. I think you guys would be quite thrilled with how it ends. It had a really satisfying ending, I believe. People would disagree, but I think it was satisfying.
I did watch all of season 1. I kind of fell off. I didn't even know season 2 came out, and I tried to start watching, and I couldn't really get into it. Probably will. This is probably something I'll try to like keep watching while I'm not busy at work. Because I'm starting to run out of things to watch while I'm at work. So I can but yeah, Invincible is definitely a really great show. It like he kind of described it more to me. It was more of like, what if Superman had a kid and he was more like Spider-Man than he was his kid, and his kid can't really accept uh, what his father has planned for him.
It's it's almost like The Boys just animated.
Oh yeah,
with all the
I
destruction and
believe they
everything.
had an animated version of The Boys somewhere.
All right, so your number 5 is Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah, unfortunately, this only has one season, and oh my god, if X-Men 97 didn't happen, to me, this would be the perfect follow-up to the original X-Men 90 show. I wish they would, instead of going X-Men 97, they should have just carried on with this. Because it had a really great ending, and then going into whatever their season 2 is, looks like what they're doing for 97 season 2. So if they do this, it like they should just like do a multiverse and bring in characters from X-Men and Wolverine and the X-Men.
Yeah.
I get why they called it Wolverine and the X-Men. Wolverine is the main character in the show, as well as like he's the most popular X-Men of all time, pretty much. I mean, everyone has their favorites. Mine's Nightcrawler and Magneto. I can't really say that.
Genie.
Uh,
Genie's my favorite
and yours
X-Men.
is Jean Grey.
Yeah.
But yeah,
It's either her or
seen
Frost.
this? Did you see this at all?
That one, yeah, I watched that one. I don't remember it very well. I'll have to watch it again to get it back, but I do remember watching it for sure. I watched it with my kids.
It had a lot of great stories in it, just like the original X-Men, and it felt like you were like watching a comic book being made. Your number 5 is The Legend of the Vox.
Vox McKenna.
Is it
Yeah, Vox McKenna.
Vox?
Vox. VOX.
There it is. Vox McKenna.
Yeah, this show is one of those ones that kind of snuck up on me. I wasn't really gonna watch it. I was kind of playing around on Instagram, watching or not Instagram, YouTube, watching videos about D&D, and I ended up coming on the Critical Role, and I'm watching Critical Role, and they were they were pretty funny. So I'm just watching episodes of it, and when I should have been watching podcast episodes, like learn how to podcast or whatever. I there's a time where I was looking at learn how to be nicer to people, because I need that. Geek will tell you I need to be nice to people sometimes. Uh, so instead of watching those videos, the D&D ones kept coming on, and then I just got stuck watching one of their shows, not the Vox McKenna one, because that was their first one, or at least first one that I know of. So the whole crew put in, and they actually got the next season. What we on? We are on season. The 3 episodes came out for it. We are on season 4, and all 12 episodes are out now. I know they released some like 3, but yeah, all 12 episodes are out now. If you watch it, these characters are really funny. They're really fun to get into, and I really hope they catch a break to make a movie again. Not just continuing on with this series, but going on with one of their new series that they went through, because they have everything recorded, so they can go back and take all the speech, put it into the thing, take out all the background stuff that they go on rants about. They're really bad for going off track. So when you watch the show of the same episode, that would be like let's say episode 1. Episode 1 was shot, like they took it down to about an hour, a little less than an hour, like 40 minutes, I think. Where the actual show, they were there for like 2.5 hours stream to make it that show, because the players kept on getting off track, talking about other stuff. It's kind of game related, but they always got off track. Like, yeah, let's go out this window. No, you should go through the door. No, we're gonna go out the window. We're gonna see what's on the roof. Now, what are you doing? You have to go out the door. Well, yeah, we're just sitting out here having a picnic. They did stuff like that. It was really funny. Anyways, yeah. So your number 4 is Spider-Man, the animated series.
Yeah, this was like back in the 90s, just before high school, I believe, for both of us. That series, like X-Men and Batman, I learned a lot about like the character itself, other than reading the comics. It felt like like you're like watching a comic book.
Yeah.
Other than just reading it, they used a lot of stuff like Madam Web and like the clones. They used a lot of the characters properly for me. I always loved watching like the Spider-Man animated series, mostly because like you kind of like had not just sympathy, but you kind of like related to Peter Parker, because he was like kind of like your everyday superhero. He had problems outside of being a superhero, like whereas like Tony Stark and Bruce Wayne, they just wake up and piss excellence. When Peter Parker is like dealing with 6 legs and having to go to the X-Men for help for being made into a Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Or Man Spider. I mean, I love the fact that they actually mixed Spider-Man the animated series with the 90s X-Men, because it felt like those two should cross paths. One's in New York, one's in upper state New York. So like it felt like they should have did that. But yeah, I always did love watching that series. Your number, we're on number 4 for you now, is the X-Men 97 series, which I spoke about.
Yeah, we don't have to speak about it again. So we can go to your number.
Well,
3.
let's go to your number 3 then.
Okay, Demons of the Shadow Realm. This is the other new one that I was talking about earlier. This show is just fantastic. I can't say anything bad about this show. It's only like it's in its first season, just like the other one. This one has come like it just has my heart. Just the first episode with one of the characters. I like simple. I like simple. I like funny. I like just stuff like that. So the first time I seen the character, I watch these shows like the two new ones with my daughter. So when they come out, we either watch it weekly or we're gonna start watching it bi-weekly. So we have 4 episodes to watch, 2 of each. But yeah. So anyways, um, we were watching that, and it was in the first episode where you see the one girl come in, and they called her Red. I believe they called her. That's not her name, but they called her Red. And all you see on screen is she's like, she's talking to them, and they don't want to do what she says, so she's like, gobble, and the person gets ripped in half, and she's like, gobble gobble, and 2 more people get ripped in half, and it's like you're looking at her, and all you hear is gobble, gobble gobble. it's freaking hilarious, and I told my daughter from that moment on that that's my favorite character. I don't care if she dies, that's my favorite character. I had I don't know if you guys know him, but I've known him for a long time, but his name is David Duke. Love this guy. He actually drew this for me at CK Expo, and that's her with her daemon behind her. Her daemon is like it has a whole bunch of eyes, but it's kind of like ghastly, but it has big teeth, and they're unbreakable, or almost unbreakable, anyways. I also have another picture here. You guys probably can't see it very well, but that's one that Eric Offspring. No, I don't know. Maybe you can get his name and put it somewhere right here. So like maybe right there, so I remember what it is. So they can see what it is. But it's Eric. He's an up and coming artist. He's pretty amazing too. You guys need to follow him. I will actually get his. I'll tell you what his Instagram is in 2 seconds. I just want to give him a quick shout out. Eric Metal Art. That was close on his last name. Oh my god, his last name is Olcsvary. I don't know if you know how to say that. But he calls himself a cartoonist from Canada. So if you want to see him, it's grave metal underscore art. That's his Instagram. He does some really good work also. We will be doing an interview with this one at some point. We will get that in there. He might be one of the first interviews we do. I still have someone waiting. I need to message him this week, by the way. So if I don't do it before that, just remind me. I'll send you a message when I message him. So if I don't send you a message, send me a message to remind me. Yeah, so that's pretty much it about that show. Give that a watch. Like I said, that is. I don't think it'll overtake the other 3 shows, but that is up there. It may overtake The Simpsons by the time it gets into the second season. How it's going now. So your third is Batman the Animated Series.
Yes. I am going to kind of link the Batman and Robin animated series because it was kind of like they ended the animated series and then they kind of like kept going with the same voice actors and everything. So those two are kind of go hand in hand. But Batman the animated series was really great. There was great voice actors with Kevin Conroy, Mark Hamill, and I can't really remember who did Harley Quinn. However, Harley Quinn, that is the birthplace of Harley Quinn. She was in that show before she was in comics. They kind of wanted to make the Joker have like a sidekick or something, kind of like Robin is the Batman, but like Harley Quinn came from there and then blew up. I mean, even Kevin Smith told the story that that's what he named his daughter from that show. Him and his wife watched that animated series together, and she thought, "Hey, let's name our kid Harley Quinn," and that's where Harley Quinn Smith. Had the fortunate time to meet Harley Quinn twice, once in Fan Expo, once in at uh, Chronicon. That's Harley Quinn Smith, not the voice actor. However, the voice actor, I think I brushed shoulders with her once at a Comic Con, and I turned around, I'm like, "Oh my God, you voiced Harley Quinn!" And she's like, "Yeah." But she had
we
to
did
go
have
to her
that one
table.
lady. We did have that one lady that voiced Harley at the Windsor one.
CK.
No, the Windsor one. That was
Oh,
just
the one
the
you're
last one.
right.
Yeah, I don't remember what her name is, but
I right,
oh, she did the
but
Harley in that
yeah.
too.
Sorry.
She did the Harley in this series, didn't she?
I think that one passed. The one that was at Windsor, I think, did the video games.
Oh yes, could have been. I didn't interview anyone there. Jeremy never let me do with the interviews.
Uh,
His people were
yeah,
high,
Kaylee
I think.
Coco's doing the show now. Batman the Animated Series was Arlene Sorkin, and then Tara Strong did the DC superhero. I believe it was Tara Strong that Windsor had.
No, no, you said her name. Cuckoo?
Arlene's Kaylee Coco?
Yeah. Isn't that
No, she did not come to Windsor.
okay? I don't remember what her
Kaylee
name was.
Coco is Penny from Big Bang Theory.
Oh yeah. Okay. I knew I recognized the name.
It would have been either Arlene Sorkin or Tara Strong.
Maybe it's
One of
Tara.
those two would have been.
I
Now
can go back and look.
Melissa Raunch did voice her in Batman and Harley Quinn. I believe that was a movie back a few years ago. But yeah, I believe I ran into Tara Strong at the time. But yeah, I always liked both those series, the animated series as well as the Batman and Robin series. And it felt like when that transitioned into Batman Beyond, they kept the same actors. They also kept kind of like the storyline. For me, it's always about continuity, and if you can stay within your continuity of your own making, I love it because once you start breaking that continuity, everything falls apart. Like the X-Men movies from Fox. So your number 2 is Demons of the Shadow Realm.
That's number 3, but
What?
close.
Oh,
The
sorry.
Simpsons.
The Simpsons.
I couldn't leave this off the list. This was a big thing when I was growing up. I don't think I ever missed an episode. I have binged watched all the seasons at one point when I owned them, and then I lost them in the Great Flood of 2020. Uh, that's all I call it, the Great Flood of 2020. I lost a lot of stuff in that, books, everything. I lost a lot of stuff. Yeah. So, anyways, The Simpsons has been a part of my life since like childhood, since it came out. We had a lot of fun watching it. I raised my kids watching it. Um, I just wish it would have aged every couple years. Like every 5 years they gain an age. That would have been so much better.
Right.
Because I would love to see Bart in high school. I'd love to see Lisa in college. I'd love to see Lisa in college. And then if they stopped there, that would be great. Just to see where they're gonna go for the rest of their lives if they ever decide to stop it. It would at least they're working towards it instead of being kids for 30 years. That's the only problem I have with the show, honestly.
Yeah. I did watch The Simpsons. The only reason why I didn't put it on the list is because the other ones, like, I watched more. I kind of like fell off of The Simpsons. I want to say, like, mm, probably near 2002. I kind of like stopped watching it. Kind of when Family Guy started, I started watching Family Guy. It was like a little more edgy than The Simpsons.
Yeah.
And that's why I started watching. Like, I always watched Simpsons because, like, you kind of felt like you shouldn't be watching it as a kid, but it was always fun to watch it now. And then they got a little more tame than Family Guy, and then Family Guy got outdone by Rick and Morty, and then they're always trying to
Oh my god,
outdo
Futurama.
themselves when it Futurama. Um,
Rick
but
and Morty's the
yeah,
edgiest out of
I
all of them, though.
like The Simpsons. I did watch. I would have put it on the list, but like I said, the other ones did kind of like beat it out. I would definitely put that into my honorable mentions, as well as Family Guy. I mean, like Family Guy definitely would went into honorable mentions as well.
Yeah. So we already talked about your number one.
Uh, my number two though.
Yeah, we were just on your number two. Oh no, you're not. We're
Yeah,
not. Now it's your number two.
no, we're on your
90s
number
X
two.
Men.
Yes. 90s X-Men, like I said, 97 and 90s X-Men, they both pretty much were like watching a comic jump off the screen. There was a lot of like storylines. I learned more about all like the lore of comic book shows. I mean, comic books in general. I learned more from the animated shows than I did anything else, and it helped me understand the lore. Like when I read a comic, now I kind of know what they mean by like seeing an animated series about the same storyline.
Yeah.
Um, like I kind of wish like for like Spider-Man, they if they did like a Civil War story, that was probably one of my favorite stories in the comics was Civil War. Um, but yeah, like 90s X-Men, that was the pinnacle of 90% of my animated TV watching. Like the from two, three, 4, and 6 and 10 were like mostly all of my animated TV watching when I was watching TV.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Your number one will be number two. Full Metal Alchemist Brotherhood.
Yeah. So there's a couple different Full Metal Alchemists. I like them all, but I had to because I know someone's gonna say anything, something if I don't put Brotherhood on the end of this one. Um, Full Metal Alchemist is definitely one of my favorite shows. I do have both the pops of the main two characters. Um, I did go out of my way to watch literally everything they have. So any movies, any episodes, like special episodes, I watched everything with this show. I couldn't get enough. You really get into the characters once you start watching it. It may take a couple of episodes, but you get into Ed and Al, which are the brothers, which the story revolves around. Their friend Winry, which fixes everything. I can't believe I actually remembered her name, which is kind of cool that we're actually live and they're not live, but we're recording. I actually remembered her name. Yeah, once you start watching that, you see that he's able to do magic with his hands. He has one robotic hand because he made. When you use magic, it comes at a cost. So they tried to the boys tried to revive their mom, and his brother lost his whole body, and he lost his arm, and they end up putting his brother's soul into a suit of armor, and then so he walks around in the suit of armor now. And there's like on the inside, like the front, that's where his logo is. That's holding his soul there. So it's kind of one of the best shows I've ever watched. To be honest, I know there's a couple shows that are like Demons of the Shadow Realms really shipping out, like just shaping up like an amazing show, and it may overtake Brotherhood or Full Metal, but I don't know. Full Metal was just such a amazing show, and it ended properly how it should have. So I really do like that. Yeah, so I don't think you've watched that. So we'll go to your honorable mentions, and we'll go back to my actual number one.
Yep. So my honorable mentions, Alf was a big one in the 80s. It kind of like told the tale of when he was on Melmac. Transformers Generation 2. Generation 2, I do believe Generation 2 is the one that followed the movie. So followed Hot Rod and all the Transformers after the animated movie that happened in the 80s. Animaniacs and Bugs Bunny and Tweety Show. Those two kind of go hand in hand. Animaniacs, I quote that show so many times. I can't even count. And then Bugs Bunny and Tweety, that was always my Saturday night cartoons. I believe I mentioned one other earlier. What was it?
Oh, I can't remember now.
Oh, Simpsons and Family Guy.
Futurama. Well, no, I mentioned
Fu-
Futurama.
You mentioned Futurama. Simpsons and Family Guy. Family Guy, like I said, it kind of like pushed the envelope. I don't watch it on a weekly basis. I'll put it on if I'm like extremely bored or something like that, or I want to like something I heard happen and I want to watch it. But yeah, it's those are really good honorable mentions. They are good animated shows. Oh, and Robot Chicken.
Oh, I forgot about
Robot
Chicken.
Chicken.
So
Robot
funny.
Chicken will take my 1 through 10 and throw it into a blender and then come out with magic. I love Robot Chicken.
You came out so robotic there. It's funny.
Like, I cannot believe on how many times I die laughing with a 30-second sketch of He-Man's villain, like 4 villains in a car pull up to like 4 good guys, and like you have He-Man's villain, you have a Transformers villain, like all the villains from the 80s pull up to a car from all the heroes of the 80s. They say something and then speed off. Like, I will just die laughing just for the nostalgia alone. Seth Green has made probably one of the best shows. It's like one of the best parody animated shows. This and Rick and Morty, like those two just push the envelope so hard. Now to your number one.
Okay, so speaking about being edgy and pushing the envelope, this show really pushes the envelope. Let me put the show on first before I put the little clip up.
Ah,
This, you guys know I love Harley, so this is my favorite show of all time. It reminds me of Liv. This is my favorite show of all time. of
oh god.
all time. Yeah. So, anyways, that's what it reminded me of. This show is very edgy. Um, I know you don't. You probably don't look at it as the way I do with saying it's edgy. I think they've done some stuff in the show where I've shaken my head at. Some things I love. One of my favorite parts is I don't know if you remember it, but when Ivy was going to space with Lex. Do you remember that? I got the
I haven't like I think I've gotten through like season one of it. I haven't gotten to like the later seasons of it. Um Go on, I'm sorry.
no, you're good. The next thing I'm going to show you is one of my favorite clips. It's not because of what's happened in the clip. It's just because I find it very edgy, and I love the fact that they did it. Um, it wasn't needed for this show, but it was one of those things where I'm like, I'm so glad this happened because it made me so like I laughed so hard at it. Um, I don't think I've ever laughed so hard at a show before, but I was so happy they did it just because they were like I felt like it was DC finally stepping out of their league for a couple seconds. They've done it a few times, but this is the one that I just find funny because it was like I remember this one as the episodes are coming out instead of finding out something happened like years later. So this is I'm gonna take the first picture off first, and I love Frank by the way. There's Frank. This is the clip. She's saying farewell to. I hope I hope we don't get shut off for this. But she's saying farewell to
Mm.
Ivy. She's saying bye to Ivy. She's giving her a little farewell gift after she beat up the Two-Face and his goons. Yeah. So, anyways, we'll take that off the screen just
Um
in case we get hated on for that. Oh yeah, we're not doing that one yet.
um my favorite clip I've seen is when they turn on the lights during the orgy and you see Bane like scooping ice cream
Oh
and he's like,
yes.
I was getting ready for the orgy. That I freaking die laughing every time. Like, I hear it mentioned, I almost die laughing.
Yeah, the Bane's voice is one of those iconic sounds. Like you just know it's Bane because
Yeah.
he's like whining. It's like, oh come on, guys. Something like that. I don't think I sound anything close to him, but
Well, they
it's
do a cartoon version of the Bane from Dark Knight Rises.
yeah. Clayface is actually very good on this show. Also, um, the King Shark having the babies is hilarious. Also, I can't talk about that as much as I want to. I think him having the babies there makes the show so much funnier because they do help out once in a while, especially the one that's on his back right now in the picture.
Right.
But yeah, this show is very edgy. I actually love this show. It's got to be my favorite show. I mean, it's partially because it's Harley in it. It's based upon Harley.
Right.
She does try to kill the Joker in the first episode, and she ended up being going with Ive. Yeah. So next thing we talk about.
Moving right along to Wrestle Talk.
Ooh, yeah, I got the right one.
So, were you able to watch the Night of Champions?
I was. I watched SmackDown, Night of Champions, and Raw. I watched them all.
I watched part of SmackDown. I mean, like, I didn't really see a point because I didn't think anything would really happen with Night of Champions happening the next night. So I kind of skimmed through SmackDown and just to watch Night of Champions. I actually did like Night of Champions. I mean, like it was one of the better pay-per-views. It was a big shocker with Sami Zayn winning the title. I thought they were gonna like keep it with Cody Rhodes at least till SummerSlam, but giving it Sami Zayn finally to like break the ice and hopefully give it to somebody who like deserves it, of course, as well as like they need to get the title off of Cody Rhodes somehow in some way.
Yeah.
The two King of the Rings, I was actually surprised they didn't give it to the Uso. However, giving it to Obafemi, that was like it kind of made sense.
Yeah, the only way
Like
you could
they're
the only way they
really
could have
trying to
had
push
it.
him.
The only way they could have had it differently is if they had Brock come in and interfere. That's the only way they could have did it. They couldn't have had anyone else interfere because he would have just got up from it.
Yeah,
They're backing
like
themselves in a
having
hole with Oba. Because once they put a title on him, they're not getting it off of him. That's gonna be bad.
Maybe that's the point. I mean, like they keep putting titles on Roman Reigns and Cody Rhodes and keeping on them time and time again. So they're trying to make the next Roman Reigns so Roman Reigns can like finally retire.
Yeah, I like Oba. I think he's actually pretty good on the mic. He needs to get better. Like he needs to get a little better, but he's very good on the mic, and his in ring is decent. I don't believe that match should have lasted as long as it did. I thought it should have been quicker. I know they're trying to make Jey Uso look like he's a better wrestler, but he's not. Like the Usos were fine like 10 years ago when they were winning everything, but I think that they've fallen behind some of the other tag teams. So I don't think that match should have lasted as long as it did. It should have been like more, like not quite the squash. Like give Jay his time, but it should have been pretty much a squash.
Right. I'm also surprised they gave the crown to Io Sky.
I was just gonna say that. That's the only part I didn't like about this, because I'm a Liv fan.
Well,
I love Bliss and Liv. Those are my two.
It's like I'm a big fan of some wrestlers, but I do also understand like I didn't really see a point of putting the crown on Liv if she's already got a title. Like to me, she shouldn't even been in the tournament.
I think they should have made her. Go ahead.
They could have filled her spot with anybody else that's on the roster, but they decided to push Liv to the end for her to lose. If she would have won, it would have made a little sense for her then to go to Rhea, challenge for the title to get both titles like Becky Lynch did. That would have made sense. But just to push her to the end, right? If they were going to push her to the end just for her to lose the Io Sky, what was the point of having her in the beginning? That's all I'm saying.
Yeah. Yeah, I agree with you 100%. They should have let her win it. If they they obviously let Io Sky win, but they should have had some interference. They should have had some interference to make her lose. Like Rhea come back and interfere, like not interfere in the match, just show up.
Right.
Yeah, I don't think it should have been anything big, but I think it just she should have showed up. Liv gets distracted, gets the win because Liv is distracted. I think that's what it should have happened because I don't know. I just feel that I am a Liv fan, but I feel like they could have let her have the two belts just to have it because they're pushing her really bad right now. Like, well, she's hot because she's bad. People like her more. So
Yeah.
yeah,
Like, I would have understood if they gave it to, like, to me, King of the Ring usually always is a baddie or a heel because they can play it off better.
yeah,
Like, when Stone Cold won the King of the Ring, that was pretty much it of him being King of the Ring. They didn't really like use him as King of the Ring. For Hunter, for even King Booker, for a lot of them, like they kind of like used the King of the Ring to like as a persona. Look at Macho Man Randy Savage when he was like King Macho. Like they kept the persona of king until like a certain point in time, and I guess like they won the title and then they stopped being king or whatever. But that's just it. They don't really do that as much anymore. Like um
yeah,
Obafemi, I hope they keep him, like keep the title off of him for as long as possible and use the king persona for him. However, if they were going to put it on a heel, they should have put it on Dom.
yes. I was hoping it was going to be Dom and Liv that won because
Right.
giving them both that win would have been spectacular. Because you could have had Brock come down and got Obafemi counted out because he was running after him. They just go backstage. It would have been super easy.
Right.
Right at the end when he's going to pin him, pop the music, pop out of the front. Obafemi starts running. Brock goes in. Easy $2 million for Brock for showing up. But yeah, I think that would have been, in my opinion, that would have been better.
Right.
But what do I know?
Now with the Raw following,
Oh, hold on. We still got something else
um,
to talk about on that one. The Danhausen
oh,
segment was actually pretty good.
oh, that was hilarious.
Oh, the Braun Breaker Rollins match. I don't like Rollins. I do feel like he needed to win that to pull him away from the division. He was kicked out of the division like a year early because of his injury, so they didn't get to do what they really
Right.
wanted to do with him. But I do believe this is the correct ending for this, and this is probably the best match of the night too, in my opinion.
Well, I always like a steel cage match, but I always like the old style where there is no ref, where they have to escape.
Yeah, either over.
But yeah, it was one of the best matches of the night. Mostly because like I always like a no holds brawl in a cage. That's why I'm like really looking forward to the Braun versus Oba match because that's gonna be in Hell in a Cell.
Yeah.
So
So the next match that was actually decent was Ricky Saints and Trick Williams. I like Trick a lot.
I cannot stand Ricky Saints.
He's Cody's nephew, if I'm not mistaken.
He is?
Yeah.
Like his pose just screams, I want to be Michael Jackson.
Yeah.
Like the pose he comes out, I just want to like, you're not Michael. Who are you feeling?
Yeah. Yeah. His wrestling style is good though.
Yeah, like he's a great wrestler. Just his gimmick is just like dumb.
Yeah, I agree with you.
Like
I definitely agree.
they have, I think there's like 3 people that have the same kind of look about them. as Ricky Saints, am just like, why are these people on the roster? Bring back the Wyatt Six. Like, you have the dumbest gimmicks. You have the Wyatt Six there. Just like, fire these guys, bring back the Wyatt Six.
Yeah, there's a couple of them. Like, I wouldn't fire Theory, but the other guy hit the part that they had before. I'd think about getting rid of him or sending him back down. Saints can go with them back down, and I feel Carmelo Hayes needs to go down, not because he's not doing well. I believe Hayes needs to go down because he's going to be pushed more there because he's kind of falling behind right now. He's not really. I mean, he has had his chances, but I don't think they're pushing him as much as his skill shows. I think he can show it
Right.
more when he has more room to do it with Shawn Michaels. The next match.
Now, like Trick Williams.
Nope, sorry.
Sorry, I just want to talk. Trick Williams, I think he is one of the best gimmicks other than Danhausen. Like, everyone's screaming out, like, whoop that trick when he comes to the ring.
I love it.
And everything else. The only thing I don't like is, why are you paying a rapper to hang out with him?
Yeah, I didn't understand that, but I don't know how he's taking so much time off. I thought he was supposed to be writing music right now.
Well, that's just it. Like, you're paying this rapper probably the same amount you could be paying 6 wrestlers to be in the ring wrestling instead of just a rapper hanging out with Trick Williams.
Yeah.
I mean, I understand he's taking some bumps, but like, you could have the entire roster of Wyatt Six in there instead of just one person that's talking shit.
Yeah, I mean, I do see why. Well, I'm not gonna say he needs it, but I do see why he's there, and I kind of like it, but I don't like it little Yachty, so not a big fan of his music either. But I do understand why he's there. He's like that extra star power that is pushing Trick over as like a good bad guy, I guess.
Yeah,
I don't know how to explain it. He's not good, and
like,
he's not a heel, and he's not a face. I don't feel either one.
Yeah,
on him.
he's anti-hero. He's like a Stone Cold sort of.
Yeah, but I do really like Trick. Trick is him. So the future of wrestling, their top 4 stars that are coming up are all black, which I think is hilarious.
Yep.
And like I would love to say Liv is one of them, but she's not because she's getting older. But it's Royce Keys, if he can keep it up. You have your Trick, you have your Ruler, and Trick, the Ruler, Royce Keys,
and the other guy that kind of wrestles like Kofi Kingston.
Yeah, I had his name and then I forgot it as I started talking about it.
They should just make a stable.
Oh, yeah.
I swear.
Whatever his name is.
They should make a stable, call it the New Nation, throw Carmelo Hayes in there as well.
Yeah.
And then they can do something with them. Put Carmelo Hayes and that other guy as tag team. Obafemi can be like Obafemi and Trick Williams can be your 2 top stars.
Yep.
And then Royce Keys. And then like Royce Keys can be like your mid-carder with Carmelo Hayes and the other guy. Like, that's a perfect stable. They should like, if they do the Survivor Series again, I can see that those 5 going up against, like, if the vision branches out a little more.
Yeah. I can definitely see that. Like, I don't know why they keep on stopping stables at 4 or 5. When they can keep going a little bit, they don't have to go NWO on it, but they can make it a little bigger and stop making a freaking faction that's already at each other's throats, like almost right away. Like they're together for a month, and
Oh
then
yeah.
something small happens, like they bump into someone, and now they're at they've only been together for a month. Why are they breaking up already? Like, I don't understand this. Like, why are they breaking out all these tag teams just because they bumped into someone? Like the stuff that happened with Bailey is different than what I'm talking about, but I think that they need to do something really good with these guys. I think they need to open factions a little bit wider, because you can have your wolf pack, like the size of the wolf pack. That was a decent size. The size of NWO in general, not a decent size.
No. I mean, like, you had White 6, D-Generation X was, like, maybe, like, 6, 7 deep at its biggest. And then, like, your Howard Foundation was, like, 4 or 5 deep.
Yep.
Like, 5 is a perfect faction because you have a tag team, you have your top star, and then you have like 2 mid-carders that can go for like the mid-card belts.
Yep. And you always have
Now,
throw 2 women in there, then you're good.
right.
You
Like,
don't need
now
3 or 4 to cover each belt. You just need like cover the tag team where you're covering one of the 2 belts or both the belts, and then not the tag teams
like
at all.
when they went with the bloodline, what I was really hoping
Ava
was they were gonna pull in Nia Jax
Oh, I hate her so much.
and Trinity. If
Okay,
they would
I
have
was okay with
pulled
that.
in those two into the bloodline, that would have been a perfect bloodline and never break them up.
Yeah.
Because their family, you have the Usos, Roman Reigns, and then you had those two, the 2 girls. There you go. You don't really need anyone else. Like, they kept getting bigger and they brought in Solo, and then Solo broke off and made his own faction. Now they're trying to bring Solo back.
That's what I mean. So the original bloodline was great. It was only 3 strong. It was really good. They brought Solo in, and Solo was only there for like 2-3 months before he broke off. He wasn't there long. And I was like,
he was only there 2-3 months till Roman lost his title, and then he kind of took over it, right?
yeah, but he wasn't there that long. Like, he didn't run the bloodline very long either. He kind of went off to do his own thing almost right away. So I feel like that's kind of what I'm talking about. How they're keeping them together for a little bit, and all of a sudden, like they're doing it right now with with the MFTs.
MFT. Well, they're pretty much broken up now.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
Because of what they're doing with the bloodline.
Yeah. But they're like having that one guy being at odds with Solo is making him into a good guy, but at the same time, I mean, they literally just fired his brother. But
yeah,
I think that I don't know. They're making the wrong decision splitting up teams like that.
Right. Like if they would have kept what was it, Jacob? That like short, stocky guy. If they would have kept the other 2 MFTs, I'm sure they could have kept that whole faction together.
Yeah.
Like there's 2 other people that you could have kept instead of paying off
Mateo.
Yeah.
Or whatever his name is in
JT Mateo and the other one. I can't remember. I think it was another fat too.
It was what's his name's brother that's started all the crap with him. That's Solo.
Right.
The one
but that's just it. Like, why would you let 2 people in a faction go to keep the faction? Like, you want to keep the faction alive. You don't want to like just fire people because they're not doing anything. You keep that, like, the MFTs were actually gaining strength and gaining momentum. Same with the White 6. Now, I understand the Wyatt Six versus the MFTs, that was dying out, so you just moved one of them. You don't just like fire the entire group.
Yeah. Or like the one guy and his brother should have spun off to do their own thing. They should have both left together and be like, yeah, we're a
Right.
tag team now. That's how the split up should be, not how they're doing it right now. I mean, what do we know? We don't do
But-
anything with them, so we'll never have a choice of that. I mean, I did run my own
Trust
show
me,
at one
if-
point. Remember, I told you I did backyard wrestling.
Right.
I did hurt my back bad there. That's why I have a bad back. So when I was doing my stuff, like scripting it out, because it is scripted. It's real, but it's not scripted.
Right.
It's right. You know what I mean? It is real, but it's scripted. So accidents do happen. So when I was scripting stuff out, it was hard sometimes. It was hard to get the storyline right and make things work. So I did have a faction breakup in mind. What happened was the guys behind the scenes got in a fight, and I told them that they had to keep the faction going together for at least another 2 months, and the one guy ended up leaving at the end of the 2 months. He stayed till the end for me. So when we gave him his nice farewell after he was done, we turned him to a good guy just so he could have his. Everyone actually cares that he's leaving, because they weren't getting along, but they stayed just to appease me. But yeah, it was pretty good. Like when you're when you're trying to do all that, it takes a lot. It takes a lot to do it by yourself. I was doing it with my buddy Jeremy, but it was still a lot to do because you had to think about it. Then like me and him were running it like we're trying to run it like a Paul Heyman, like how he ran ECW. That's kind of how we're trying to run it with less light bulbs though. I ended up leaving because we had my first kid, so I ended up leaving for that. That was my end, is when she got pregnant for him. So, but yeah, I got completely off on that. That was a nice tangent. Okay, so I'm gonna go through the next couple matches quickly. The women's world champion Tiffany Stratton defeats Jade Cargill. Jade's one of the other female wrestlers that's going to be big in the future. One of the other black wrestlers that I was thinking about.
Oh yeah.
I like her. She just needs to learn how to wrestle better. She needs to go to NXT for a couple months just to relearn, or go back to the development center for a couple months just to get her stuff on, because she misses quite a bit. She should be in a tag team with The Rock's cousin, Nia.
Oh, I think she. Oh, Rock. Oh, I see.
Yeah, Nia.
Yeah, but Nia has her own little protege with Lash Legend.
Lash is another part of their for the future, which is really good. I'm glad they're thinking about their future. I don't know why they wouldn't be, but I like that they're thinking about it. Okay, so that match I thought was decent. I don't know. I kind of like that they're fully.
It was
clothed.
a good filler match.
Yeah, I like that they're fully clothed. I like to see most of them design their outfits themselves, so I do really like to see their outfits to see what they're gonna look like. I think that some of them do a really good job at it. So, like, yeah, that you don't see the picture right now, the one that I'm looking at, but it has Tiffany up in the air doing a drop kick. Tiffany's outfit was pink, and it looked really, really good. But you knew that there was gonna be
The one thing that
interference in this match is what I was gonna say.
have you seen the Zack Snyder Sucker Punch?
No.
Look up Sucker Punch, and then look at Tiffany Stratton, and I could see Tiffany Stratton dressing up like Baby Girl from Sucker Punch.
Oh,
like a WrestleMania.
Yes. That would be kind of cool.
That would be like if she actually knew that movie. She looks exactly like Baby Girl.
That's awesome. Yeah, I wonder if she even knows. I have no problem sending
Oh,
messages to
I
the
tried
wrestlers.
to tweet it to her or whatever. I wanted to see if she would respond.
I'm guessing she didn't.
I didn't get any notification.
No, none of them ever
Anyways,
respond. I mean, they don't even run their own
we're
stuff.
we're still on Night of Champions.
Yep, one more match. Sami Zayn defeats Cody and Gunther, which I think they did it right here. I don't like Sami winning, but I think they did it right. I think they had to go with Sami pinning Cody because I don't think he's ever going to pin Gunther again.
No.
I think that's the honest truth. I don't think Sami will ever do it again. I think Sami's going to retire now that he's. I mean, not right away, but I think he's going to retire fairly soon, like within the next year or two, because he's a Grand Slam champion now. So he's done it all. It's congratulations to him.
Yeah, I can see him probably holding it till SummerSlam and then dropping the title, or even like squeezing out another win and like keeping the title for a little bit until someone else like comes along. He deserves winning. However, I still see him as a transitional champion. Like you know how like Jey Uso was, and a few other people were like transitional champions until they could get the belt back onto whoever.
Yeah.
So moving on to Raw.
Yeah, I was looking for the winners losers, but it wasn't showing me. All results. This is the easiest way to navigate this stuff for us.
Well, the opening of the show was Femi coming out, and then
oh yes, that okay. So
I believe
yeah, Femi came out. Brock came out right away before Femi really got to talk about anything.
right.
I think this was perfect. This whole thing, I'm gonna say it's perfect. I'm gonna say it's a wrong thing to do also. How they're doing this feud is perfect. I think that this is exactly what should have happened. He should have came out, congratulated him, saying, "Yeah, I did this before. Whatever, it doesn't matter. Now I want you." The reason why I think it's bad is because it's supposed to be defended at the next pay-per-view, not pushed off because he decided to go on a match against Brock. Brock is bigger than the King of the Ring title, having the crown. So I mean, when you compare them, Brock is like way higher than what King of the Ring is. So I think that they took a wrong step, and that's the only reason why I say Jay should have won, is because they're making like now that he's going to go against Brock instead of taking the title shot because they said the title shot can wait. That's never happened before. They can't turn King of the Ring into Money in the Bank where he cash in whatever he wants. So I think they should do this and then tell Oba after he's done that that's not how it works. He gave up his rights to the title shot to fight Brock, and I think that would be the right thing to do. I don't think they're going to do it, but I think that would be the right thing to do because they're taking away from King of the Ring. If Jay would have won, they would have had that big match, and it would have showed that it meant something. But I think that how they're doing it with Oba is it's good, but it's also bad because I don't think that they're making it so. I don't know. I feel like that winning the King of the Ring means nothing after Raw. I felt like that's how I felt inside. I was like, you're gonna pass up your chance to go to the champion, or are you just gonna put it on hold? Do you think the champion's gonna wait there for you? So I don't know. I have mixed feelings.
The championship. He didn't say the champion. He said the championship will always be there. Brock wants me. I want Brock. That's like I understood his reasoning, but what they could do could have done with SummerSlam was have Oba face Brock on the second night, but have him face the champion, have Brock run in and interfere, and then he loses the championship, and then the next night it's him and Brock. That would have been a good idea.
Well, the other thing they could do, which they're obviously having the Brock Hell in a Cell match at SummerSlam. Oba. I don't know if I forgot a name for a second. The other thing they could do is when they're coming up to that match, he could say, since we're day one, we're gonna have this match. Whoever wins gets to choose the title, the person of their choice that they're gonna face the following night, and they get to decide there. That way, they can put some pristine back on the crown. And then if Brock wins, they have Brock winning and going on. Brock gets that crown to say he's King of the Ring again. So he technically won King of the Ring from. Yeah, so I think if they take that road, that would be kind of cool too.
But I do hope they don't just like you say, use the, I don't know, diminish the King of the Ring itself.
Because it's supposed to be defended at SummerSlam. Yeah, that's when it's supposed to be defended. So if they do it night one, like I said, they fight for the chance to fight for the title. Then they get to choose that night, which they have to say after their match who they're going to choose. That way, it gives the person 24 hours to prepare for their match.
Yeah,
and I think that would be hilarious.
I always felt the King of the Ring should all be fought at the one pay-per-view. That's what the King of the Ring was for, instead of the tournament on Raw. I mean, the Fatal 4 matches should have been on Raw, and then the entire King of the Ring should have been at King of the Ring.
Yep, all one night.
That should be its own, all one night. That was the point of King of the Ring. And then, yes, go on to SmackDown for your title shot. But I always, like I said before, I always liked the fact that when the wrestler actually used the King of the Ring as a persona up until SummerSlam. And I really don't see Io Sky or Oba actually doing that.
I can see Io doing it more.
Right. If Io Sky did it, if anyone, Io Sky would do it, but they only use King of the Ring as a Royal Rumble more than they use it as King of the Ring.
Yeah.
So, if they could actually incorporate the persona of King of the Ring up until SummerSlam, that would be best. But, all they're concentrating now on is SummerSlam, which, yeah, in a way it's good, but in another way, again, they're diminishing the King of the Ring or Queen of the Ring.
Yeah, I think they can hold on to the Queen of the Ring, having that as a good match. I think that's fine. They can save the Queen of the Ring. They're not going to save the King of the Ring. Not if they're they keep going on the route that they're going.
Right.
Okay, so we're gonna have to blast through the rest of this because it's almost 3 hours. Next was Ethan Page and Ray, which was decent. I'm not a huge fan of Ethan Page either, so or Ray for that matter, but that was a decent one. Joe Henry, Austin Theory. I mean, there's the whole skit, but I like Joe Henry a lot. I like the Street Profits. Austin Theory, Joe Henry. That's if they keep that going, that's going to be awesome. I love watching Joe Henry go. He's very fun character to watch, It's kind of like Danhausen when he's in the ring. Like not quite, but he's
Yeah.
fun to watch because he does like the stupid things in the ring, just like Mr. Iguana. I love Mr. Iguana so much. I want to see him every week. Just as wrestling. Okay, so yeah, so Joe Henry defeated Austin Theory. I believe there was interference. I don't remember. It doesn't say. You got to stand innovation is all it says. Okay, so Judgment Down beat up Ego Sky. Obviously, Liv is mad. JLC defeats LA Knight, which there's no interference in this, not really. Jay did something once in the match, but Jay was really good throughout the whole match. He only did something right after he got hit. They missed the ball with LA Knight. I'm sorry to say, but they missed that. Yeah, so that's that match. The next match.
Like
Oh, go ahead.
instead of Roman Reigns facing Seth Rollins, I would have liked to see LA Knight in that match.
Yeah,
because that's what they were pushing for, and all of a sudden Seth Rollins, oh, I have nothing to do with the what do you call it anymore? Like what they should have did with Seth Rollins was move him to SmackDown and have him face Sami Zayn.
Yeah, I agree.
And then let the storyline flow through with LA Knight. LA Knight could have stepped in and said, "Oh, Obafemi doesn't want to face you. I'll face you. I've been wanting to face you for years." And that gives him his push.
Yep.
Whether he wins or loses, at least he's getting pushed.
Yeah, that's what should have happened for sure. So the next thing is Solo Spike Jimmy, which I mean
Right.
it's kind of like a weird pairing how Solo's going with LA Knight now. I don't know. They may take Royce Keys with them now that he's split off from those guys. I don't know what's going on with that, but I don't like it. I'm not a fan of what's going on with that whole thing. I just wish they'd stop trying to recruit him back into the bloodline. Rodriguez and Max Dupree. This was actually a good match. I watched, like, most of the time I just half-ass watching it because it's on the other screen while I'm doing stuff on the computer. I actually watched this match. It was actually really good. They could both wrestle. Maxine Dupree has been the aside from the new girl. Oh my God, what's her name? Solruka.
Jordan?
Solruka.
Oh, okay.
Aside from her, oh yeah, Jordan too. I forgot about her. Maxine Dupree is the one that's impressed me the most out of all the women. Because like Alexa Bliss, who's my favorite, and Liv Morgan, who's my second favorite, they've been doing this all along. So I expect them at a high rate. But the little, like, the smaller people like Maxine, I don't expect good matches out of her, and she actually has had a couple of really good matches ever since Chad Gable left. And it's her skill, not like just the storybook. She's like, her skill's better. Like, she's doing a lot better. She did really good in that match, though. She did lose, but you're not going to win when Judgment Day's there. Chad Gable, speaking of that, is going against JD McDonough. So it looks like they may get back together with Chad Gable at some point, even though they just had that thing last week that said they're not. But he did beat JD McDonough by submission. There was interference, of course. Danhausen blinded Mysterio. They were chasing him for his box before that. So box. They're chasing him for her money, and they got this box. They brought it back to the stage. I don't know why. I mean, obviously they did it for this, but they opened it up, and it just blew like it was like it says exploding briefcase.
A puff of smoke,
it went right into their face. There was money in
there.
And
then Danhausen came and stole his jersey, and then
took his jersey back.
Rodriguez stole it back.
Yeah, That was pretty funny. But yeah, that segment was actually pretty good. I really hope they don't overdo Danhausen, but I've been so enjoying watching his stuff. I've been watching the TikToks. Like I've been all over everything that he's doing. I've been watching because I'm a fan of his. Like I got to be honest, I'm a fan of Danhausen. He's been really good since he's been
Oh
over on
yeah,
this side. AEW should have used him better. I don't think they could have because they don't have the reach that WWE has. Come on, he helped the
right.
Nets win. And Mets win. Mets?
Yeah,
No, Nets. Yeah,
Nets.
Nets, yeah.
The Mets is baseball.
Yeah, that's true. Okay, so next, Seth Rollins says that he'll battle Reigns at SummerSlam, which is...
Like what? Why keep? Why?
Yeah, I
For
told you,
why?
I'm not a fan of Seth Rollins. I've never been. I've always been on the Roman Reigns side. Even the Ambrose, I've always been on the Roman Reigns side with the Shield. I wasn't around when the Shield was made or when the Shield was going
Right.
on. I started watching again after the Shield was done. So when they talked about the Shield, I had no clue
Okay.
who they were talking about. But yeah, but I've never liked Rollins right from the beginning, from the get go. But I never liked Miz either, and I love Miz now. Miz is one of my favorites. I love how he's playing around with Danhausen right now.
Right.
Awesome.
Well, Miz is just there to like
Comedy
push
relief.
new talent.
Yep.
But I just don't understand why they're doing a Rollins versus Seth Rogen again. This is like, how many times do you have to beat a dead horse? I'm really hoping they do a draft soon. They need to do something to like mix it up.
Yeah.
Because it just feels like you're like using storylines you've used 10 million times over. Like they need to bring back a bunch of wrestlers just so some of these other guys can actually take a break. Like I mean, I understand Seth Rollins just came back from an injury, but like you're misusing him. Like you could put him in SmackDown, you could put him against anybody else, but you have to throw him in the title reign just because you have Volvo Femme versus Brock Lesnar. You like you could have kept going with the Vision and Seth Rollins.
Yep. They could have
I
lasted
mean,
a little
like
bit longer.
what they could have done with that was Paul Heyman came back, but he's not with the Vision, and Seth Rollins could have manipulated the Vision to do things like kind of like sending notes to the GM as Paul Heyman, and he's just like manipulating the Vision by playing Paul Heyman.
Yeah.
Like stuff like that. Like you don't have to have him in main event status. You just have to have him at the event. So,
Yep, because he's going to sell regardless.
But like I said, WWE did a lot better. It's just how they're using their storylines is I'm not agreeing with it. Of course, you're also not really agreeing with it. SmackDown comes out this Friday, so I definitely will be watching. Hopefully, I did see a tweet that I believe it was Cody Rhodes' birthday yesterday, and Sami Zayn, I guess, tweeted out, "Happy birthday to my good friend Cody Rhodes," and he's like sitting there with the title. That's an ultimate troll. That's hilarious.
Yeah, that's funny.
Like, so. All right. Before we take off, we want to do another shameless plug. Please do like and subscribe to our YouTube as well as our social media. If you do like this show, please do comment, share. If you have any ideas of like what you want to talk about, any news stories or video games or anything geek related, feel free to comment and let us know what you think. As well as we also have our social media up for Geekin Out Eh, as well as our social media up for ourselves. If you feel free to message either one of us about the show, or if you have any questions or comments about the show, feel free to reach out to our social media.
Yes,
With
the
that
other thing
being
is
said,
if you want to donate, I'm gonna set up a donation button, or not a button, but a little donation link that we'll add into every show from now on. Just in case you want to show your appreciation for us, you just toss us a couple bucks for coffee. Kind of like donor status. We do
with
have
that being
Discord, by the way.
said, yes,
So
that's how we're putting the show together.
we're still working on the Discord, so we're still trying to make it look pretty. We literally haven't done anything to it. We will though. Yeah, so don't forget to follow us on everything. Come on Discord. He'll put the Discord link. Make sure it's a non-expiring link. If you know how to do that. If not, I'll send it to you. Yeah, so
Yes.
follow. Definitely come in there. You can talk to us in there. We will have a Q&A section there where you can ask us questions and we'll answer it. That is doable on Discord, so we'll make sure, or it'll probably be like a staff question thing, but we'll try to do something like that just in case you have certain questions for us. Yeah, so just give us a follow, like, share, and like I said, it probably won't be this week. No, it will be because you're posting this in a week from now. Yeah, so I'll probably have that donation link up by then, and then we'll add that to the next week's live. Well, it'd be this live, or this show, but it'd be next week's show that we're gonna add it to. So I just want to give you guys a heads up that changes are coming. They're looking good. We are looking to have guests at some point, so we will we'll schedule those. Our times for how long our shows are is going to be different every day. We're going to try to keep it around an hour, but when we get something like a lot of wrestling news, we got to stay longer, like today. Yeah, so just stick with us. Some of our shows will be longer, some will be shorter. Yeah, maybe we can add like sections of what we're talking about along the bottom at some point. I don't think it'll be the first few posts that we do, but I'm sure Geekpool will get to learn how to do that sooner or later. Or we'll find.
Eventually.
We'll Google it. We'll see what the Google says. All right, guys. I'll let him do his exit because I always do mine last.
Same bat time, same bat channel next week. Keep keep geeking out and be kind to each other.
Yeah, you might be kind to each other.
Ha.
All right, guys. Just want to say we love having you here. We love you guys, and peace. Be good to each other.